On today's Part in My Take, Tom Brady officially retires. We have Hank's poem I think he's writing. Who knows? His reaction, all the takes. Adam Schefter was right. Hot seat, cool throne. And then we have an awesome interview for you Bengals fans. Sam Hubbard, Cincinnati native. He has made the big sack on Patrick Mahomes, had an incredible year. We talked to him about going to the Super Bowl, the playoffs, Joe Burrow, everything. And then we have our good friend Uncle Chaps on the show to catch up with Chaps. So an awesome packed show for you, and is all brought to you by our friends at Cross Country Mortgage. The experts at Cross Country Mortgage might not be doling out concussions or breaking bones like football players on the field, but they're dedicated to doing whatever it takes to get you into the home of your dreams. Cross Country Mortgage has a team of loan officers dedicated to getting it done and finding you the best possible loan terms available. They have an average close time of 21 days, which is crazy fast. With a huge variety of products, they cover everything from renovations to refinancing and everything in between. So go with the players that will make the plays for you when buying a home. Cross Country Mortgage is dedicated to getting it done for you. Go to crosscountrymortgage.com/barstool. Cross Country Mortgage can take care of you through the home buying process. Cross Country Mortgage LLC, NMLS 3029. All loans subject to underwriting approval. www.nmlsconsumeraccess.org. crosscountrymortgage.com/barstool. Go check them out today. We love Cross Country Mortgage, one of our favorite sponsors, crosscountrymortgage.com/barstool. Okay, let's go. You want to start the show?
Yeah.
We were going to do the ads, but yeah.
Let's do it.
Welcome to Part of My Take, presented by crosscountrymortgage.com. Go to crosscountrymortgage.com/barstool today and talk to a cross-country mortgage representative. Today is Wednesday, February 2nd, and Tom Brady has officially retired.
Thank you, Tom.
Tom Brady.
Jeff Darlington was right.
Jeff Darlington was right. Adam Schefter was doing, you know what? P-Boy, I got to give him credit. He started liking some tweets that were, that were bashing him over the last few days. He deserves this. Like, if it goes both ways here. We had some fun at his expense. We were all hoping that Brady was going to do a spite tour right in his face, but Schefter was right, so he gets to dunk on everyone. Well, no, he can't dunk. He gets to take a jump
probably
shot.
Can't even get rim.
Yeah, he probably takes a jump shot.
He's got the torn meniscus.
Yeah. So, where do we want to go from here, Hank? Because I know.
Let's keep it on Schefter for a quick second.
I know.
You asked me a question. Darius Butler tweeted this, and I'm just curious because you guys are big Jays. You cover the sport. You care about the players.
Uh-huh.
And I thought Darius Butler made an interesting point. He said, everybody's got a job to do. Schefter and Darlington are two of the best at what they do. I get it. But damn, two of my former teammates / QBs had their retirements fucked up. Not cool in my book. I think guys at least deserve that. My 2 cents.
Okay, so how did Tom Brady have his retirement fucked up?
He was on vacation.
I think in Hank's
you guys don't
mind,
have no respect for vacations.
I think
that's true.
In Hank's mind, if Schefter and Darlington hadn't reported this on Saturday, Brady would have been more prepared and would have had a glowing long note about how great New England was and his time with the Patriots was. But because it was preemptive, he kind of got rushed into it and just forgot about you.
I think, and this could be denial, I think it's coming. Like, I don't think I think it was always the plan. He technically was a Buccaneer. He's a consummate professional. So, technically, today he retired from the Buccaneers. He is going to New England. He is signing a one-day Patriot contract. There is going to be a ceremony. So
Has that been reported?
Yes.
I thought
Right,
that was
Schefter?
That was a
There
fake
was one
account.
blue check mark who tweeted it, but I
saw one
an
an hour ago.
There was
Okay.
it was a
Jeff
fake
Howe.
account.
No,
there was a blue check mark, but I
Yeah,
don't know
no, that
how
was-
valid it is.
Okay, so
there was one that said it's happening tomorrow.
that
was fake. But then another one that was like Tom Brady he talked to Mr. Kraft.
I assume
He is going to sign a Patriot.
Right.
Like, it didn't say date or anything, but it's happening.
So for anyone who missed, I don't know how you missed, but not everyone's online all the time. But Tom Brady listed it was a notes app retirement where he first posted a picture. Hank, did you see that it was the picture of him in a Bucs uniform against the Patriots?
Mm-hmm.
Someone noted that. I don't know if that was specifically chosen for any reason.
He doesn't probably run his social.
Yeah, he probably doesn't for his retirement. And then he posted a series of notes thanking the Bucs, the Buccaneers organization, Alex Guerrero, fans of the Bucs, his family,
I think
his agent.
He thanked the city of Tampa and I think the city of St. Petersburg.
Yeah, he did.
Florida.
He threw in St. Petersburg. So,
entire region.
And he didn't thank the Patriots or Patriot fans. That is the big question coming from his retirement.
And my initial reaction was like, oh, it's got to be coming. It's got to be coming. There was a lot of backlash. A lot of Patriots fans who were very upset. My group text with my friends from home was firing away. And then, like 3 hours later, after the backlash, the Patriots put up a statement, and Tom Brady basically, it looked like it may have been he realized there was a lot of backlash, so he has to say something. So he kind of just quote tweeted it with a very like, "Love you, Patriots Nation, nothing but love here." But it did come across like
an afterthought.
He maybe wasn't thinking about it.
Yeah, no, it was a quote
which
tweet.
is not what I
like,
think. I think it's
oh,
still
yeah,
coming,
you guys
but
too.
that was tough evidence against the contrary.
So, a spin zone though would be like he is so bad at quitting, it makes him even more of a winner. Like this is a pretty bad retirement.
Well, Schefter rushed him.
Schefter
He did rush him.
He rushed his ass.
He played his He
That's why
forced
you
him
don't
into
partner.
his
That's
hand.
Brady made a mistake of partnering up with ESPN because ESPN, as they have in the past,
They'll just-
they fucked him.
There you go.
They had him in
Dry.
this document series, and then they fucking leaked the news before he was ready. When he's on vacation on a boat with his family, trying to enjoy his time off, and he can't. He's probably ugh.
I know people are saying like it's ridiculous to react that way if you're a Patriots fan, but I do think it's kind of weird that he didn't. Like it was weird seeing his retirement entire list, and it was like, wait, is this just retirement from the Bucs? It was a little odd for someone who's very calculated. You can't say that it wasn't just a little like, huh, that's weird.
It was very odd, and this is what I was arguing with my friends about. Yes, Tom Brady technically owes Patriots fans nothing, but you still would like to see it. Like you still
Tip of the cap.
Yeah, tip of the cap. Anything. Like
You
I'm
went
not.
to
I'm
jail
not.
for him?
I'm
It's like
not
mentioning
mad at
you.
Tom Brady.
Yeah.
I'm not going to hold it against him. But I'd be lying if I said it didn't hurt. I would be lying if I said I was scrolling and I wasn't waiting for like you said.
You're
it
like,
was
here
all
comes
right,
my slides.
Bucs,
Yeah,
fans like
Brady 4.
to the Patriots fans.
Thank
to the
you,
people
Hank.
that got arrested
Yeah.
for me and defended my name when I got suspended by Roger Goodell, and were there for 20 years as I was a 23-year-old. Now I'm 40.
Imagine if he thanks Roger Goodell.
No.
Oh my God.
Roger Goodell thanked him, which was a little like, okay, dude, cool, Roger. Like,
So,
he hates your guts.
Do you think Darlington is? Do you think his source was Antonio Brown? Because we know they're very close.
No,
Maybe he got his
he's
source ahead of time, like Tom Brady mentioned it, and Antonio Brown's in the next room, in his bedroom.
Darlington has been right about all the Brady stuff. Like
Let's-
he's very close to Brady's like camp. He was right about
Let's see.
Brady.
Let's see if this was a direct shot at Hank.
He was right about Brady. Who are you calling, Jeff?
Yeah.
He was right about Brady going from New England or leaving New England. He was on that early. Yeah, we could have just called him.
Hey Jeff, you're on Part of My Take right now. Heads up, I'm not trying to Shannon Sharp you. Do you think that Tom Brady's retirement and the lack of mentioning of the New England Patriots fans was a direct shot at Hank?
Well, no, I think that's true. That's a
Oh.
Thank you.
shadow
Thank you.
line, but, that's going to be a highly good show. I was going to mention that not recording. I figured I just want to.
Okay.
Thank you, Jeff.
He says thank
That
you
was
very
nice.
much.
Gifty's so mad about that answer.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so from your conversations with Tom, has he mentioned Hank to you ever?
I'm not trying to make this about me, by the way.
Talk about him. Appreciate his continued support, loyalty. We'll take the next ride, whatever that is.
And I will.
I think that's for everybody. I say that. That's fun.
Okay. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate
Jeff.
I appreciate the insight on everything. And congratulations on being right.
So is the goal, isn't it?
Yep, you got it. See you, buddy.
Okay, so Tom Brady thinks about you, Hank. Is that enough?
It was always enough. I again, like I said, and Jeff just confirmed it. Shadowline, shout out to Shadowline Productions. It's coming.
It's coming.
It's
The
coming.
video.
It is still weird that it didn't. There was nothing to.
But he was rushed.
Yeah. Yeah, he was rushed. That's true. He was rushed.
There were a lot of allusions to the video.
Like
too.
imagine,
I still
all right, I
haven't
know
seen
it
this video.
started. It is kind of funny how we talked about the last episode of the last or whatever the fuck it is, Man in the Arena, and how that all kind of came to fruition. But think about this, and to Darius Butler's point, Adam Schefter absolutely fucked over Andrew Luck. Like had the most awkward retirement ceremony of all time.
That was bad.
On the field, bad scumbag move. Brady on vacation, trying to fucking make money for ESPN and make his last episode about his retirement, which I'm sure there's going to be an unbelievable montage to Patriots fans. That was his original plan. Schefter fucking ruined it. And so he had to come out and say that. He had to do this. All right, I'm going to retire from the Bucs, but my plan, I don't know.
Counterpoint.
It's emotional day.
In defense of
It's an emotional
P-Boy, he is in a contract. He's got to get the scoops. He's in a contract here.
And he's
Scumbag.
done so much for ESPN. He's improved his stock not only internally
Facts.
with ESPN, but also externally with other companies.
Yes. So
There's got to be a sense though that you're like,
You
know, Tom
want
Brady.
me to be
Tom
mad
Brady.
at Tom Brady.
I
It's
just
just not
if
gonna
he does
happen.
one.
You were trying
to be mad.
You like to shape my narratives.
I like to rattle your cage a little bit.
But I don't think Hank's that mad. Like I'm just calling it like I see it. I think he.
If nothing comes, I'll be furious. But I don't think that's gonna happen.
It's just you have to admit though, Big Cat. It is funny how Hank has like built up in his head. There's a giant specially produced montage that he's been working on for years.
There might
To the
be.
Patriots fans.
Dude, he has his shadow like he's got the production company.
Mhm.
He's doing a fucking documentary series. Why wouldn't it come? Like, do you think it's not coming?
the montage.
Yeah.
This is like the Isaiah Thomas thank you video that never came.
No, it's not.
It will come now because like it might not have been planned all along, but it's clear people are like, "What the hell is going on?"
It had. Okay. Yeah. Maybe.
You know what
It
I
is-
mean?
it
Like,
is
no matter what,
interesting
it's
how
gonna come.
I
Big
think it
Cat
has been
pointed
planned
out
along because that's how
it was
the whole thing got
the
leaked.
picture of the game against the Patriots.
Yeah, someone tweeted that. I was like, "Well, that's kind of weird."
That part was weird.
That part is weird.
Yes.
The whole thing is a little weird to me. I don't
I-
know. I read it and I was like, okay. I mean, I guess technically he did retire from the Patriots, or he said his thank you when he left the Patriots. Now he's retiring from football. He's retiring from the Bucs. But it did feel like, wait, why wouldn't he at least mention it unless there's something big coming? Which I actually agree with Hank. There probably is.
There's definitely an element of denial, and you got to trust your partner who's been there for you for 20 years, and just
So-
hope that what you're seeing isn't the whole story.
It's like somebody dying and they leave their entire estate to their most recent wife. Their like 20-year-old wife that they married 6 months ago.
None of the kids.
Meanwhile,
all the kids
you're
are
over
out.
here. You've got grandkids to put through college,
Yeah.
and you're like, "What am I? What did this mean anything?"
That is kind of how it feels.
What do you say, Billy?
I got a wild take.
Okay.
Tom Brady.
Do you want to say your other wild take you said off air that was pretty wild?
I'll get that.
Did Tom Brady retired because he had AIDS?
No.
No, what?
Tom Brady retired because he bit his lip in the divisional
No.
round.
Just saying.
No,
I'm saying
you're actually
that's-
right.
that's-
You're
That's
actually-
that's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He didn't bite his lip. He got
bloody lip.
bloody lip.
Yeah.
But it's like his family sees he's a sentimental guy.
Right. They saw the blood for the first time.
And then it was kind of like, oh, like
That's it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, Tom Brady unretires, comes back, plays for the Patriots, and that's why he's not thanking the Patriots yet.
Oh,
Would the
This-
would the Patriots
Billy.
want him back though?
Look,
spicy.
He's like, look, this take.
Yeah,
I mean,
everyone
someone's
thinks
gotta
it's
say
going
it.
to be a one-day contract.
yeah,
it's going to
but
be like a 1 year.
he's-
contract.
Yeah.
This is 3D chess. He's using this to go to back to the Patriots because the Buccaneers he doesn't think can take him to another Super Bowl,
Whoa.
but the Patriots could.
Yes, Billy, and
And-
that's why he was so gracious to the Buccaneers. So
Yes.
when he
Right.
does this,
Yes.
the
Right.
Buccaneers can't say anything
Yes.
because they got their own post.
They're
Yes.
like, look, I
Uh-huh.
said the Glazers
Yes.
were great.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
This is what
That's
happens.
good, Billy.
I could actually see Tom Brady
Yeah,
Thank you, Billy.
That's
coming
good,
back,
Billy.
signing
Thank
a
you,
one-day
Billy.
contract, and on his one-day contract, he actually goes and practices.
yeah.
And then he's like, you know what? I think there's still some juice left in this arm.
Mentors
Oh.
Mac Jones. Mac Jones takes a back seat. Then the saga continues, and
I like it,
yeah.
Billy. That's
So-
a good take.
Yeah, just it would happen in Gronk's future. Totally dependent on all that.
Gronk
Gronk-
probably.
Gronk's got a house in Foxborough, owns the esports team in Foxborough.
Gronk.
Yeah,
I imagine Gronk showing up to OTAs and being like, "Where's Tom?" Like, he retired.
It was a
He's
one-day
like,
contract.
oh fuck.
Gronk. They could probably say like, we signed Tom. Gronk, you want to come back to New England? And he's like, sure. And then he doesn't realize that Tom's not actually going to play the season.
Right. It is a weird spot we're in right now, though, because I think Hank doesn't want to get mad, but is ready to maybe get mad. And PFT really desperately wants Hank to be mad right now. That's a great summation of where we're at.
I want him to own his emotions, Big Cat. I don't like the denial. Hank said several times in this podcast already, like, this might be denial.
We'll see.
Right.
All the facts have to come out.
He's standing back and standing by to get mad.
He is.
Yes. That's what's happening.
He's
right
being
now.
He's a proud boy.
I'm not gonna throw away 20 years and 6 Super Bowls for one Instagram post. The punishment doesn't fit the crime.
Right.
But we'll see how it goes.
Now, when Tom does make this inevitable, like, Oscar-worthy montage about New England Patriots fans, and specifically you, isn't it going to feel like he wasn't going to do this until you got so mad at him and you pressured him into it?
Because fucking P-Boy.
Yeah, P-Boy.
This was all going to be in the episode.
Okay.
I think in Tom's head, it was all going to be in the episode. And when the episode dropped, the announcement would all come out.
Yep. And P-Boy,
P-Boy fucked it up.
He fucked it all up. And he couldn't, like, sit there and pretend to hem and haw for 2 weeks because he was getting, like, bombarded. It is it's weird how it all went down, but he is retired. He's greatest of all time. I actually had Billy look up. I said, Billy, find me all the crazy Tom Brady stats so he can give it to us, because I do think he deserves that. Like, incredible career. He's going to be the, spot where everyone compares every quarterback going forward. Unfairly, but that is what it will be.
How about this take? He's like the Bill Russell of football, except he played in the modern era.
Whoa.
That's good.
You know, Bill Russell's numbers are like insane. It's like 10 championships, blah, 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 blah. But it's like, he played so long ago. That when you look at Brady's numbers compared to his competitors, that's what it is. Do you have the
seven,
I got them all.
Seven Super Bowls will not. I'm going to safely. I really do not think that will be touched by a starting quarterback. There's only been 4 quarterbacks in the NFL who have 3 Super Bowls or more. Think about that. So it's not like it's very, very rare air to just have 3 or more. There's 2 guys with 4, Terry Bradshaw and Joe Montana, and then Tom Brady has 7.
The stats that take Tom Brady's numbers and then they combine like Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, then Brady's are still higher. Those are the ones that are mind-blowing.
You know what sucks, though, is that they added the game, so a lot of his like yardage stats, TD stats.
Those I agree. Those will be passed because, like, think about Mahomes when he started. The time that Mahomes started, like, Brady still played in an NFL that wasn't all passing. Like, there was some time there where it wasn't. Peyton Manning was doing it, but not everyone. So I think those stats will probably fall. But 7 Super Bowls as a starting quarterback, that's really, really hard to do.
What's also crazy is he did play in those 2 different eras where they changed the rules.
Yeah.
Because of what his Patriots team did, specifically to Peyton Manning, which ended up benefiting Tom Brady way more than it ever benefited Peyton Manning.
Yeah. And what was it? I mean, you'll get to the stats, but the one that's just, he played 20 years total? Was that it? Or 22?
Oh, he played 49% of his lifetime, and I'll give you the exact.
But he made the Super Bowl half of his years, right? It's like he's more likely to make a Super Bowl than Steph Curry is to hit 3.
He made 12.7% of all Super Bowls.
That's crazy.
Of all Super Bowls.
Actually, he might have won. Let me get to the stats.
Okay, let's go. All right, I'm excited for these.
35 playoff wins.
Shit.
Whoa! I'm so sorry that we didn't get to the 36, Billy.
Maybe.
I like that you let off with that.
No, maybe.
That's a great callback, Billy.
Maybe. 35 playoff
Stuck on
wins.
35 forever.
No.
Oh, no.
Mr. 35.
Most passing yards ever. Most passing touchdowns ever. Most completions ever. Most playoff passing yards ever. Most playoff passing yards. Most playoff passing touchdowns ever. Most playoff completions ever. Most wins ever. Most playoff wins ever. Most Super Bowl wins ever. Most Super Bowl MVPs ever.
This is Hank's favorite fucking rap ever.
That's great.
Keep
going.
Tom Brady has won 12.7% of all Super Bowls in history.
So that's one. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And he's been. Yeah, go ahead. Keep going.
Quick math.
Sorry.
16.8.
Okay.
He's been to 16.8.
Is that right?
No, that's quick.
Oh.
Tom Brady's
quick math. 17.2.
Tom Brady's career gambling stats against the spread.
I asked him to put this in.
He was 211 for 144 with 8 pushes.
211 and to 144. That's incredible.
It's even more incredible that he was the favorite the entire time.
Yes.
And he still amassed that.
Covered spreads. Like that's, I know that most those stats don't get kept in Canton, but those stats matter.
There should be a gambling Hall of Fame.
Yeah, absolutely. He's in it.
Teddy Bridgewater.
Yep. Coach
Team-
O, interim ed.
Mm-hmm.
Team win total over, like team wins in a season, 16, 3, and 2.
Whoa. Okay. So they hit the Vegas odds 16 times out of
And those were
21.
in the prime years. Those were like 12.5.
Right.
I don't think
those
it-
were
right.
absurd.
I don't think it's ever been lower than 10.
Yeah. Yeah, that's nuts.
Mhm.
Okay.
Like those pushes were probably like 13 or 14 win seasons.
If you were to bet $100 on whatever team you played on winning the conference, you'd be plus $4,050.
That's
Holy
nuts.
shit.
Okay.
If you bet $100 on whatever team he was on winning the NFL title, you would have had $9,550.
So if you just bet Tom Brady to win the Super Bowl every single year for his entire career.
If you take out the 2008 ACL year, Tom Brady was a starting quarterback for 20 seasons. In those, he had more Super Bowl wins, 7, than seasons that ended before the conference championship round, 6.
What?
By the way,
Now that's insane.
I'll be
Pat Mahomes
blogging
could
all of
never.
these and giving credit
That's-
to all the people who gave these stats.
Say
was
that
from
one
Zach
again,
Cox.
because that one's insane. So he played 20 years and he had 7 Super Bowl wins, and there was
Mhm.
only 6 times in his 20 years where his season didn't get to the conference championship.
Exactly.
Wow.
So these are Tom Brady's stats from his 20s. He had 21,000 yards, 147 touchdowns, 3 Super Bowl championships, and 2 Super Bowl MVPs. In his 20s, that's 1 Hall of Fame career.
Mm-hmm.
In his 30s, he had 40,000 yards passing, 309 touchdowns, two-time MVP, 2-time Offensive Player of the Year, 1 Super Bowl championship, and 1 Super Bowl MVP.
Hmm.
That's another Hall of Fame career.
And
Order
those,
in
were,
his
yeah,
40s.
those were his prime year.
Yeah.
In his 40s,
This is stupid.
he had 23,000 yards, 168 touchdowns, 3 Super Bowl championships, 2 Super Bowl MVPs, and 1 league MVP.
That's crazy.
3 Hall of Fame careers
I think
for every decade.
he's the best winner of all time.
Yeah.
He's the most winningest winner of all time.
And it really, I know we said this on Monday, but like he beat time. He did not fall off a cliff. It's weird because I think a lot of people, knowing that Brady kept on saying, I'm going to play forever, I'm going to play forever. Everyone thought it was going to be like a Super Bowl that he walks out on, right? Like he almost like a Peyton Manning, maybe his arm's a little shot. It's almost perfect how he did go out. He went out like almost coming back 27-3, guns blazing. His last touchdown throw was that bomb to Mike Evans in a year that he had his most yards. Like you won't think of an old Tom Brady. You just don't.
We need to track down that ball. Billy's hot on the case to try to find the ball that Mike Evans gave away illegally. I might add.
Was Mike Evans an agent of the team that could give away team
right, but
property? That's
that
the question.
ball is worth a lot of money.
Yeah.
He's thrown touchdowns to 92 different players. Number 1 being Gronkowski with 102 touchdowns. 2 to Julian Edelman with 41 touchdowns.
Shout Jules.
3 Randy Moss with 40 touchdowns. Welker with 38, and Deion Branch with 28.
Okay.
And
Also a couple to Woodhead. Happy birthday, Danny Woodhead. We
Yeah,
forgot
happy
about Danny's birthday.
Birthday week. Anything else?
yeah, we got a lot more.
Oh, okay.
In the 20 seasons he started, not including his ACL season, he played in 10 Super Bowls. So there was a 50% chance that he was going to the Super Bowl
Yep.
in his career.
Nuts.
Brady's teams made the playoffs in 19 of his 20 seasons, and he's won the division 18 times. So, real question, what happened in 2002?
That was the year they didn't go to the playoffs, but he
Yeah.
wasn't injured. Yeah, after they won their Super Bowl. So
Hangover.
they were 3 out of 4. They won 3 out of 4 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
So that was the year they didn't win it.
And it was like their first Super Bowl was kind of a defense. He was more of a, he was still coming into his own.
He was 9-7 that year.
It's a letdown year.
Not that bad.
So, do you want to hear how many wins he had in each season he started?
Please.
01, he had 11 wins.
Yes.
02, he had 9 wins.
Eh.
03, he had 14 wins. 04, 14 wins. 05, 10 wins. 06, 12 wins. 07, 16 wins. 09, 10 wins. 10, 14 wins.
Okay, I'm gonna stop it right here. I feel like that's enough. That was like 9.
Like halfway there.
Wanna keep going? Okay.
Yeah.
Like, keep
13
going,
wins
Bill.
in 11, and then 12 wins till 15 every year.
This is a Mike Francesa segment.
11 wins in 16, 13 and 17, 11 and 18, 12 and 19, 11 and 20, then 13 and 21.
Should we do how many playoff wins he got in each of those years?
Hank, do you have
Wait.
a poem for him? You said that you were going to write Tom Brady a poem.
Wait, there's more
What?
stats.
I had to get it prepared. I don't. I'll get it.
It will coincide with the video that he
Yes.
releases. Yeah.
More
All right.
stats.
Yeah.
The days between Tom Brady's birth and Tom Brady being drafted were 8,292. The days between Tom Brady getting drafted and retiring, 7,961. So if you do the math, he's been in the NFL for 49% of his lifetime, basically
That's crazy.
half of his lifetime.
Okay. That's nuts.
There's more.
Okay.
In 22 seasons, Brady missed only 15 games due to injury, all in 2008, and one knee injury and a four-game suspension. Those are the only games he lost. He missed.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He was the top 2 in passing, rushing, receiving yards amongst all NFL players 40 years or older. And the New England population increased, had huge birth rate increases in every year after a Super Bowl win.
Okay, bonk.
He also makes way less than his wife, Giselle. Giselle has almost a net worth of $1 billion of career earnings,
So he's a feminist.
and he makes way less than that.
Love that.
She's the girl boss.
Love that.
Number 1 in NFL career earnings and around $300 million.
So the biggest sport in America, best player ever, still doesn't make much of his wife.
Love it.
Flex.
That is a
That
big
shows
flex.
you that
Glorified
he's-
stay-at-home dad.
Yeah.
And his wife is like the most beautiful person in the world. So Tom,
Inside and out.
So Tom Brady, yeah, I was saying inside, but also
Mhm.
out. Yeah, you're right. She is a supermodel too. But Tom Brady's saying like, you know what? I have won more than any person will ever win in their life in the most important sport in America, and I'm going to walk away from that so that I can hang out with my gorgeous wife, who's a billionaire.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's crazy. All of it's crazy.
That sentence alone puts you in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. What a career. Insane.
Would you-
Anything else, Hank?
Mount Rushmore.
On the Greeny. That was such a grainy fucking tweet.
I
He was
think
like-
Tom Brady's on the Mount Rushmore of sports.
Like
in
just
America.
totally like this is my input on Tom Brady.
Yeah, no shit, Greeny. I would. You know
I'm
what?
very much looking forward to the like we said, Bill Belichick loves the football history. When he does do these retirement notes or whatever, I think the one he gives to Brady will be very, very detailed, very emotional. I hope that it's not this petty beef that the PFDs and media whores of the world are trying to.
You're talking about Florio there, right?
Whoever, everyone that's trying to separate Tom Brady from the Patriots and make it seem like the us versus him thing.
Including maybe Tom Brady.
No.
Well, if he doesn't release the video.
Right. That's what I'm
Right.
saying. And that's
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying. If he doesn't release a video, that would mean Belichick's probably not going to release like a heartfelt, emotional statement, and that would hurt.
Yeah.
Belichick's just gonna give like a line at the combine.
But that's the
Like,
thing.
what
He
does
doesn't.
Tom Brady mean to you?
That's what people. But it's like when Belichick,
Yeah.
it's like when they ask him about like a punter and he fucking talks for 20 minutes. Like when it's football history related and he does need to open up, he does open up. So
Yeah.
it's like you would hope.
I don't know if
you
he's
would
going to
think.
open up though. I think he's.
Of course you don't.
I'm saying knowing Belichick a little bit, I think he's going to say like, Tom, you were
But that
the best player I ever coached.
No, I think what Hank is saying is that Belichick does have moments where like even the Bill 30 for 30 whereas Parcells, like he enjoys talking about the history of the NFL. So like when Tom Brady is no longer a competitor in the NFL, he will talk about him as like part of the history of the NFL.
I would put this whole retirement saga on the Mount Rushmore of
Stupid manufactured
of
drama
cra-
from
no.
the media.
Mount Rushmore of crazy retirements.
Yeah,
Like
'cause
the most
fucking
drama-filled
P-boy.
retirements. You'd have Brett Favre,
Andrew Luck.
Yeah.
Andrew Luck,
Jordan coming back.
Jordan coming back,
a couple times.
Bud Dwyer at his press conference, and Barbaro the horse. There you go.
My favorite Tom Brady memory is I was watching. It was a Patriots Colts game. I was at my grandpa's house, sitting on the couch, and Brady was warming up, and my grandpa just pointed at him and said, I think I was like 5 or 6, and he just points at Tom Brady and goes, "See that guy? Super Bowl winner, like good-looking guy, has a supermodel wife. If you want to be like anybody on this planet and like model your life after anybody, be Tom Brady."
That's
That
how
always,
that's how you made it here.
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah. What would Tom Brady do? He'd want to hang out with Hank.
Mhm.
That's what Billy
So there we
decided
go.
to do.
Yeah, Jeff Darlington told us that. He reported it first on this podcast. Okay. Anything else before we get to hot seat, cool throw?
We've got, I think, a couple coaching carousel things.
Yep.
The Vegas Raiders hired Josh McDaniels.
Yep.
So I remember when he came back from Indianapolis, Belichick was like, "I'm going to open up my world to you and teach you all the things that I haven't taught you before." So I think this time it's with coach's blessing, right?
Yes.
He sent him out there and he said, "Okay, go west, young man." So I think it's a good hire, right? I feel like if you want a guy that's going to get the most out of Derek Carr, McDaniels makes sense.
Yeah, and I mean, I heard he was making $4 million as coordinator for the Patriots, which is pretty crazy. But obviously, McDaniels, like, he's got an ego, not in a bad way. I'm just saying he wants to run the show again. Mark Davis, his haircut just gets funnier and funnier. I saw that press conference.
It gets
It's like,
higher, yeah.
How does he go out in public in this? But he just keeps on doing it. He keeps running the same play. Makes me laugh every single time.
I think it's kind of swaggy. I like his haircut.
Yeah.
Because it's different.
It is different.
No one-
It's different.
No one will ever copy Mark Davis's haircut.
Yes.
Nobody will mistake. Nobody's going to walk down the street and somebody will go up to him and be like, "Hey, are you Mark Davis?" and be wrong about
No,
it.
you see him coming. We also had Brian Dable get out of his truck with his suit, and everyone made a big deal about that.
I love the truck videos. I love the let's get to work videos where people just drive into a parking lot and then they walk into a building.
Yeah, and I imagine like the little time we spent with Brian Dable and like what I know of the guy, I bet you he like came to work in his sweatsuit, and then the social media intern was like, "Coach, can you actually put on your suit and go around the block real quick? And we got to videotape this so that everyone knows that we're serious about getting to work."
Uh-huh.
And then there was a helmet controversy, right? I didn't even follow that.
Oh, I didn't follow the
He
helmet
like had
controversy
he
either.
had like Mike Glennon's helmet or something. It was very.
No.
Stephen Shea was saying it was lack of attention to detail. It's like
that
like,
doesn't have
okay.
anything to do with playing football,
yeah,
Steven.
right. And also like you're hiring a new coach. That means that your franchise probably isn't that great.
Yeah. Also, like you got to give new coaches a little bit of a leash when it comes to knowing your team's operations and their traditions.
Right.
Like there's a learning curve to that. I remember when the football team hired Jim Zorn and he said your colors are maroon and black. He just needed a couple years to figure it out, and it'll all be fine.
Right.
But I think the social media teams like got together this offseason because they talk. They have little conferences where they share best practices, and they're like, what's going to be hot in 2022? Driving to work videos.
Yeah.
Guys
showing up early.
Guys getting out of their truck and then walking through a door. That's going to do numbies.
It's just confidence, It gives the fan base confidence, being like, you know what? Before the sun even rises, they're at work.
I do like Dable though. I think he's a good hire.
Yeah, no, I like him too. I mean, when we had him on the show, it was awesome. So hopefully he'll come back on. Anything else? Any other hires?
The Jaguars hired Byron Leftwich like 3 days ago. We'll
Yep.
talk to Chaps about that.
The Texans are interviewing. They interviewed Flores and Josh McCown. I saw too.
They're going to hire McCown, I think.
Yeah, so
Florio
that'll be
was all
interesting.
over that a
He
year
was.
ago.
Yeah,
McCown, I think, is going to be a head coach there. And then the Saints, I think, are looking at just promoting Dennis Allen, right? They're going to interview some other people.
that's, by the way, because now that Brady's retired, I think we as a group should do a group bet on one more year. Matt Ryan, Atlanta Falcons winning the South, because that's a disaster of a division now. With like Matt Rule, what are they going to do at quarterback? You don't have Sean Payton anymore. What are they going to do at quarterback? You got the Bucs, who I feel like if they can't get someone in place right now, like if they can get Aaron Rodgers, obviously they put it back together. But there's a lot of guys that I feel like we're going to take less money to try to win a Super Bowl. That might like unravel pretty quickly.
What if it was Jimmy G?
Jimmy G to the Bucks. I don't know. Falcons. Throw
What
it out
about,
there.
isn't Jameis still under contract in New Orleans?
I don't know what his contract situation is. When did he tear his ACL?
It was October, I think.
He might be a little It might be a little funky for him.
You
coming
think he's a
back to
slow
start.
healer?
Yeah.
I've seen his training videos.
I don't know.
They're gonna have like a dog hanging on, like lock on with its jaws to his knee, and he's gonna be running wind sprints in it.
Yeah.
He'll be ready in like 2 weeks.
Jameis Winston signed a 1-year contract with the Saints, so he is a free agent.
Ooh.
So he can go anywhere he wants. But right now it says on spot right. Yeah, no, I think he's a free agent. So someone go get Jameis. Someone go get Jameis. Jameis holds the keys to funny quarterback play, so we need Jameis.
Yeah. The Washington football team is announcing its new name this morning.
Yep.
We're just going to operate under the assumption that it's the Commanders.
Yep.
I think. And here's my entire thoughts on the Washington Commanders. If you win games, people will be fine with it.
Yep.
It's a perfectly boring name. It's almost like a perfect name for a new NFL franchise if you were starting a brand new one, where it's like just so bland that you almost forget about it after you hear it. So, people are going to hate because they were going to hate no matter what the name was, because the internet's going to have 48 hours where they just roast everything. But then if you lose, the name's going to suck. If you win, it's a fine name.
Yeah, no, I was
my
just going to
thoughts.
add that it's just deal with the 24 hours that everyone roasts it, and then no one will remember anymore.
Yeah.
So who cares? Like this, what are the Indians now? The Spiders?
Guardians.
No, Guardians. Okay, so I already forgot.
Yeah, see, Guardians and Commanders, they're very similar.
And you forget, and then it's just like you
forget
see
about
it, and it's like, oh, I don't care. Football's on.
Yeah, put the stadium in D.C. That's what I
Yeah.
care about.
Yeah.
Maybe
all right.
win a playoff game. We're the
Let-
commies now.
Let's go to Hot Seat Cool Throne. Hot Seat Cool Throne brought to you by our friends at Coors Light. What do you do when you need a moment to chill? How do you hit the reset button? You grab a Coors Light. Coors Light is mountain cold refreshment made to chill. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged. It's literally made to chill. It's as crisp and refreshing as the Colorado Rockies. Perfect for a moment to unwind. When you crack open a nice ice cold Coors Light, you can maybe stop with that go, go, go feeling that you got, the hustle and bustle. You can sit down, enjoy family, enjoy friends with a nice cold, ice cold Coors Light. Coors Light is the one to choose when you need to unwind. So when you want to hit that reset, reach for the beer that's made to chill. Get Coors Light in the new look delivered straight to your door with Drizzly or Instacart by going to CoorsLight.com/take. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. CoorsLight.com/take. Crack open a Coors Light. Make sure those mountains are blue. CoorsLight.com/take. Hank.
My hot seat is the MLB.
Uh-oh.
The MLB and the Major League Baseball Players Association made little progress in their latest meeting, and a delay to the upcoming season feels inevitable.
Frank's going to be mad.
That was reported at 3:40 today, not too long ago. All-time stock graphic. Jake pointed this out on Twitter. The photo that accompanied it was a baseball with a chain and lock on it and a baseball on top. So just all-time stock photo for an announcement.
I love that. Yeah, you know what? I don't make it a practice to care about baseball until like 3 days before opening day. I hope
might
that
not come till July.
I hope that they just figure it out silently, like figure out baseball. This is one sport that really can't afford to lose any fans that are out there.
Yeah. Just fucking figure it out. We don't tell us how it gets done. Just get it done.
Yeah.
You know? Because PFT's right. Like if
Whose side are
April
you on?
if April comes around, I'm on the players' side.
Players'
If April
side.
comes around
Eat
and
the
it's
rich.
like, hey, where's baseball? We're gonna be pissed. And we weren't gonna be pissed before that.
No.
Well, it's
So
inevitable.
you got to do it now.
Like, I'm not going to care that pitchers and catchers haven't reported. Although, actually, no, I'm going to care a little bit right after the Super Bowl, when it's usually that one day that comes like 2 months before anybody sees it coming, when it's like pitchers and catchers report today. And you're like, wait, there's snow on the ground outside. I like
Yeah.
that one day.
Yeah.
That I'll be willing to sacrifice that one day as long as it's just there in April. If there's April baseball, I'm fine with it. But yeah, I couldn't bring myself to care less about what they're actually negotiating because it's so complicated that I don't understand. Just pay the players a little bit more. There you go. End of story.
Yep.
Boom.
Yep.
Speaking of things I couldn't care less about, my cool throne is me and my stubbornness. For the past 2 or 3 weeks, my group text with all my family members and a lot of my Twitter feed has been hijacked by this stupid fucking Wordle game. Never played it, didn't give in. Like, I don't like words, I don't like to read, I'm not getting involved. They got bought by the New York Times, and now people are mad. They're like, it's been ruined, jumped the shark, blah, blah,
We beat
blah.
it. Yeah.
So I think, hopefully, this is the beginning of the end, and people stop posting those stupid boxes.
Yeah.
because no one fucking cares about your
I
Wordle
love
score.
it.
So we made a pact on this show that we're gonna hold out until Wordle went away.
Jake?
I've been playing.
I play it. I don't post. I think it's very
I've been-
annoying when people post.
I've been,
Also,
I've been secretly playing.
I got no problem with people playing it.
Yeah,
but,
the
like,
posting
my
is
family
annoying.
Group text is like, usually it doesn't really pop off unless something's going on. There's a conversation every fucking day. It's like 6 people with their Wordle score. It's like,
Yeah, I don't post it because that's weird, but I have been playing it. I actually did.
I haven't
Love
been
you guys,
playing it.
though.
I keep it packed, and I stick to it.
I read the backstory behind how it was developed, which is kind of cool. The guy made it to impress his wife, who loves word games. So he just made it as like a fun thing for her. Now he sold it, and he's a millionaire.
That's
because
good
he
for
sold
that
it to
guy.
people.
Yeah.
And then I saw some people getting mad at him for selling this. Like, this guy doesn't owe you anything. Okay, I understand that you're a longtime fan of his, and that he's been very good to you and giving you hours and hours of entertainment. But that doesn't mean that he owes you anything when he decides to make a career move for himself,
Correct.
just because you're a fan.
also there's now Nerdle, which is a math equation. I did it for the
Nope.
first time today.
Out.
It was fun.
Cut his mic off.
You'll probably play it, PFT. You'll get us to do a pack.
It was a
and
good
then you'll
time.
tell
I'm
us
just not
you're
gonna post
secretly
the
playing.
squares.
I don't do math.
Yeah.
You guys know that.
All right. Your hot seat cool throw on PFT.
My hot seat is thumbs. Put thumbs on the hot seat this week. Kenny Pickett had an
Yeah.
initial hand measurement that was 8 1/4 inches, which would put him in the 0 percentile for NFL quarterbacks. All-time small hands, which is why I noticed he didn't answer a question about his hands when he was on Part of My Take. But plot twist, he's actually got an issue with his hand that
Yeah.
affects the hand size. He's double jointed, not a drug guy. He's double jointed in his thumb, so it makes it like he's playing claw grip on the
Yeah.
football.
It's very bizarre. You have it, Billy?
I also have double jointed thumbs.
Yeah. When you see it,
What
it
do you
looks
do?
like he's just not stretching his hand out.
I don't
Is it like that?
understand. Like I can pop my thumb out.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, his couldn't like fully go all the way out. It was very weird.
It's like he's like this, like making
Yeah.
the claw with his thumb.
yeah.
So he's doing exercises and stretches to increase the width of his hand. I'm sure he'll be fine by draft day. We still are a Kenny Pickett podcast here.
Correct.
If he needs any, Billy will come and straighten your, as a fellow quarterback with double jointed thumbs, Billy will take care of your thumbs, Kenny Pickett.
I have a question about Kenny Pickett and the glove thing. So my one thing about the glove thing is that when you get new gloves, they're stickier
Yeah.
and they get less sticky over time. So is he, for consistency,
I think he is.
is he showing up with new gloves at every game?
I think he's changing them. Like routinely. Maybe not new every game, but I think he routinely changes them. Because I've seen them, they look fresh.
Because
Like, they don't look worn in
Yeah.
gloves. Yeah.
that's my only thing about it's grip. The reason people like big hands for the ball is grip,
Right.
and the gloves help with grip. But then it's consistency with throwing with gloves
Right.
if it gets slicker over time.
Next
That's
time
my
we have him
question.
on, we'll ask him.
Breaking moves. Breaking moves. Hank just sent this in the PMT group chat here. Brian Flores is suing the NFL and the Giants, alleging racism in hiring includes private text from Belichick. He also says that Stephen Ross, the owner of the Miami Dolphins, offered to pay him $100,000 for every loss during the 2019 season to help the team get a better draft spot. And that
Whoa.
Ross was pissed when he kept winning. If this is true, Roger Goodell should probably get Stephen Ross out of the league, right?
Whoa. It also is crazy because what he's saying right now is that the suit includes texts from Bill Belichick that appear to show him congratulating Brian Flores on getting the Giants job, but mistakenly believing he was texting Brian Dable.
He said the
Wow,
text
that's
says,
crazy.
sorry I fucked this up. I double-checked and misread the text. I think they're naming Brian Dable. I'm sorry about that. BB."
Oh,
And this was
Bill.
3 days before Flores even had his
Damn.
interview.
Bill.
So Belichick was, oh man, that's
That's
as
bad.
bad as it. Like,
But
Or-
also, that's definitely Belichick's just doing that to
yes,
yeah,
Fuck the
take down
Giants
the
over.
Giants.
Yeah, that's actually very
that's
smart.
absolutely what he's
And
doing.
he's saving his friend, Brian Flores, from taking an interview that he wasn't going to get the job for.
Yeah. Mastermind Belichick move. He just took down the Giants. For Brady, probably.
and the Dolphins.
Do you think he did it for
And the,
Brady?
you're right, and the Dolphins.
Yeah, and the Dolphins. You think he was like, Brady, I'm not going to congratulate you publicly, but I will take down the Giants for you privately.
Makes sense?
This would allude to Brady going back to the Patriots.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
Would. Yes,
Huh.
it would. Billy.
Yeah. Or maybe Belichick found out that Brady wanted to play for the Dolphins because he wanted to go to Florida. I think he wanted to go to the Dolphins initially, but they said we're
No,
going
he
to start
didn't.
Tua. Yeah, that's the guy that he said, like, you're going to keep that motherfucker over me, was Tua. Maybe Brady's trying to go to the Dolphins now. Belichick just dropped a nuke on the entire franchise.
Do you think Brady was just trying to establish residency in Florida for tax reasons?
Yep.
Yes. This is
100%.
crazy that Stephen Ross, like, if this is true that he was offered to pay Flores $100,000 for every loss during 2019, that's wild.
Kick him off the tour.
Wow. Okay. Find another really rich white guy to take the team over.
In Miami.
Yeah.
Good luck.
All right, your cool throne.
My cool throne is the Chinese Zodiac, because it's the Lunar New Year today. Happy New Year, Guo Shi Fat Sai to all those who celebrate. Big fireworks day.
Mm-hmm.
Huge fireworks day. And also, it's the year of the tiger. The Bengals are tigers.
Yep.
Just
That's
something
true.
to think about.
It's true.
It's the year of the tiger.
Big cat. Might be my year, too.
Might be Tiger Woods' year.
Yep. All these things are true.
My animal's the tiger for when I was born.
That's sick.
Yeah,
That's
so it's
pretty
my year.
lit.
Dude, Belichick fucked this up so bad.
So bad. So bad.
That's got to be an all-time oh shit moment.
Yeah, I
after you
love
send
it.
that
I
text.
love it. That's so awesome. All right, my hot seat is NFL rigged. I saw this posted on Twitter, but it was from the official fan page of Patrick Mahomes. It said, KC fans need to understand something. NFL football is a sport or a business. It's a business first and a sport second. What team has the most bills to pay? SoFi Stadium. It's a multi-billion-dollar complex in one of the largest markets in the U.S. Rams need a Super Bowl appearance and victory to sell all those luxury suites and tickets. LA was going to get their Super Bowl. The victory was never going to be against Andy Reid and Mahomes. Way too dangerous and very hard to control. Cincinnati had a great up-and-coming quarterback, decent defense, great receivers, and a suspect offensive line. Best candidate for a Rams victory? The NFL, Goodell, could not afford to have Mahomes and the boys ruin the SoFi party. KC made it perfectly clear in the first half, totally dominating the Bengals. Totally different Mahomes played the second half. Pretty sure a directive came in at halftime from above. Business or sport. It's an entertainment business, and it showed big time in Kansas City.
There you go.
I like that.
That's good enough for me.
The Joe Mixon fumbled people are awesome, too.
So
Like, they think that we're going to just turn the game back
the
on.
Mixon fumble, he got hit, right? There was contact on the legs, not only after he went down, but also before he went down.
But maybe by his own player, that's what the whole thing was.
If your own player lights you up, are you technically down?
I think, no. That's the point. And so that's why the Joe Mixon, fumble people are. It's just very funny, like, well after the fact. Remember, the Saints fans obviously got screwed, but when we were like 4 days after the fact, like, they're going to play the Super Bowl, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we moved on. Nothing we can do about it. My cool throne is college basketball because Texas Tech tonight is going to be awesome. And Chris Beard, what are you going to say?
No, I assume you're going to get
Stool bench bomb? Oh. Coach K?
any big wins, you know.
I mean, Notre Dame's not very good.
It was a big game.
ACC's a dumpster fire.
Oh, come on.
ACC's a fucking
Jake told me
poverty
Duke's got a
league.
big test tonight. I
No,
tuned in.
they're
They
poverty
fucking
league.
fucked
Duke
Notre
was
Dame
sloppy in entering that game, and then
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the ACC's joke right now. That Texas Tech video where they had all the fans, they were so mad at Chris Beard,
Yeah.
like screaming, "Fuck yous!" Like essentially trying to assault a bus with Chris Beard in it. I love it. College sports, psychotic.
yeah. I mean, the game will be over by the time this is out, but it could get ugly tonight.
Could get ugly tonight.
Yeah.
There's a prediction.
They've been camping out.
What
since
does that
Saturday.
look like, Jake? What does getting ugly look like?
I think if Texas Tech wins, you could see some debris on the floor.
Oh, I think
debris?
it's worse. Wait, is it?
Or
is
sorry,
that-
if Texas wins, you can
Texas
see.
wins.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
If Texas Tech fans are mad, you're gonna see some debris on the floor. Very minimum, some bad words coming
Bad
from the
Bad-
stands.
words.
bad words and
Bad
debris.
words.
Yeah,
Bunch
Those
of Tennessee
ugly.
Volunteers fans sneaking into
Ugly.
the stadium and throwing stuff on
Yeah.
the court.
Justice Eagles fans.
Yeah.
All right, Jake, give us your hot seat, cool throne.
my hot seat is NFL Red Zone. It looks like it has some company. NBA revealed Crunch Time on NBA TV last night, similar format. So
Shout out Billy. He had a great tweet. It should be the paint. I don't understand it.
I like that.
Like, what are we doing here?
Turns out we got it all wrong. The post that was it made it sound like the NBA named their new show
Red Zone?
Red Zone,
Ah.
and then somewhere Crunch Time popped up. I think it was after my tweet, but who knows?
So this is just going to be a channel where we can watch like 10-minute replay reviews?
I don't know. It's another step towards your spread zone idea, which would
Yeah,
be
no, I
fantastic.
like it. I would tune in. It's just funny because NBA games, like the one thing that drives me nuts about watching the NBA is the end of the games is
Right.
always very tough to watch because they review every play.
Yeah.
So
If they made a product where they played the exact same game 3 hours later, if they rebroadcast the game 3 hours later and edited out all the reviews from the end of the game, I think a lot of people would choose to watch that as if it were live TV.
I like
Yeah.
it. Didn't you watch an old version of Red Zone during the pandemic?
We did, I think.
I think
We did a lot of
Yeah.
stuff during the
Yeah.
pandemic.
Yeah.
That was our brains were just
Yeah.
stuck in a cave trying to find sports anywhere we could find it.
Yes. In your cool throne?
My cool throne is the fellow Scorigamiacs
Oh.
because the wait is over. It is on the Barstool Sports book for the Super Bowl.
Whoa!
All right.
Let's go. What
Plus
are the odds?
2,500.
Wow.
It's happened in 3 Super Bowls before. All 3 had the Broncos losing. So that doesn't really do
I
anything
have
for
to.
the Super Bowl.
We
but
have to bet this.
yeah.
Oh, I'm definitely. What are the odds on it?
Plus 2,500. You can bet no
Yeah,
for
I'm
minus
in.
10,000. Why would you do that?
No, you're a fucking loser.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
exactly.
crazy.
So the
That's
wait
crazy
is over.
odds to bet.
Yeah. So it should be fun.
Okay. Awesome, Jake. Congratulations. I saw your tweet being like, I got a big news coming. That's what it was. Okay. That is big news.
Yeah.
That's huge news. All right, Billy, your hot seat, cool throne.
My hot seat is PFT and I. We are going to be driving through one of the largest storms we've seen,
Ooh.
snowstorms, these next couple of days. I'm excited. Road warrior mentality. I think in order
Jesus
to get off to a
Christ.
good start, we have to.
Did you guys hear this? You hear what he's already doing?
What?
Like Billy's getting into war mode in a car.
Yeah.
No, we're
Against
we're,
snow.
Yeah.
It's the perfect storm.
Weather's
We're going.
not real.
You know what happens in the perfect storm? The
We
thing
drive
crashes
into
and
the
everyone
storm.
They
dies.
die. You
No.
didn't see the end of the movie.
They get over that wave, right?
Yeah, but
And then they
die
die because of that
die.
giant wave.
Yeah, but guess what? We're not soft like that.
Yeah, okay.
We're
so
going through the storm, and it's gonna be sick.
where's the storm going to hit us?
The storm starts tonight, and it's moving eastward from the Rocky Mountains. So we're gonna be driving right through it, and we're gonna eclipse it probably Wednesday night.
Mm.
So Billy's already talking about just skipping the first night and just driving through it and driving all the
Well,
way
we're
to
not
Cincinnati.
skipping.
We're
Yeah.
pretty much skipping the first.
Okay, so
The
let's.
first night, Bill. You know what? I'm gonna
I
fall
would-
asleep.
That's a smart
I'm gonna
idea.
fall asleep.
It is a smart
and
idea.
I'm gonna
Just get as
wake up.
much out of it as in the beginning.
I'm gonna wake up in the morning, and Billy's gonna have us in a trucker caravan up in Ontario.
Well,
Why would we
The
in
thing
Canada?
is, he's actually not that. It's a smart idea by Billy because the alternative plan was you guys were gonna go from Pittsburgh to Cincinnati to Memphis with like a 4-hour stop in Cincinnati all in one day, which does not add up. Just like
we're
on
we're not
paper.
gonna make it to the Bass Pro Shop
Right.
pyramid in time. I'm saying we gun it first night, not stop in
I'm
Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Just go straight to Cincinnati. I'll drive it. The East Coast is the hardest block. If we get through that,
The
smooth
problem
sailing.
with this
Making a lot of
is
sense.
the problem is if we just go through the first night, then we're already behind on our sleep after night one.
you can
Bro,
you can
which is a
sleep.
problem.
Fucking road
You
life.
can
This is what
sleep.
you wanted.
Yeah.
You
did
know
want
why
this.
I
No, I
wanna do
wanted
this?
a normal 4-day road trip where we're driving 10 hours.
None
a
of
day.
this is
Now
normal.
we're driving
this is
like
not
16
normal.
hours at
this
a time.
This is
I'm
crisis
enjoying the hell
fuel.
out of
This
this
is
now.
chocolate milk and Red Bull. This is
the two worst planners.
We're making
on
moves.
the podcast putting this
This is
together.
what we
I'm
do.
actually
It's
a great planner. I mapped this entire thing out.
but now that it's
And Billy's
Cincinnati,
The
just-
concept of time.
Right.
Billy's-
Time doesn't really exist.
but the
in
thing
your
is, we're
brain
not
sometimes.
going to.
When have I been late for anything?
No, that's
We're-
not what it is. It's more like we'll stop here, 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 and here, and then we'll be here, and then we'll stop here for 4 hours, and then you like add it all up, and it's like I added it with Billy
Yeah.
today, and it's like you won't get to the Bass Pro Shop till like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
That's that
So-
concept of time.
In order to have fun, like in order to enjoy Bass Pro Shop, we gotta
Right.
go hard to Cincinnati
Right.
the first night.
You gotta have one hard day of like
Right.
Yeah.
long driving.
They're all
I'll
hard.
stay out of it. I'm
Otherwise-
just
yeah,
saying
yeah,
it's
yeah.
very
That-
fun to
yeah,
watch.
yeah.
Because no,
I
because if
will
we
also say
stop,
that.
if we end up stopping in Pittsburgh, then we wake up the next Thursday morning, and I'm down to like wake up at 5, even though we're gonna probably get to Pittsburgh late at night. Like then we're gonna have to drive to Cincinnati. We're gonna get there. It's gonna be 10 or 11. Then we do our whole thing. Whereas we could just go straight to Cincinnati, roll up probably 3 a.m., get like 6 hours of sleep, 9 o'clock, do what we gotta do in Cincinnati, get on the road by hopefully 1 or
Sounds
2.
like Billy's
then we
taking
hit
alpha
Memphis.
of this road trip.
No. All right. Here's the problem, Billy.
The problem is
The problem is I don't want to start the entire fucking cross-country road trip with 6 hours of sleep,
It's awesome.
waking up at 7 o'clock in the morning. It's going to throw off the entire rest of our trip.
No, it's not.
We're not going to have fun at
I
the
will
Bass
let
Pro
you
Shop
sleep.
Pyramid.
You can sleep.
You're
I'll
not going to
do-
be able to eat the big steak that you wanted to
I'm
eat.
gonna eat the big ass steak on 6 hours of sleep.
No, you're not.
Yes, I
Guys
am.
figure
You
it
need
out.
you need your rest.
You don't need. So look,
Does anybody in Cincinnati have any meth to
It's
sell
about
us?
the
so that we can
memories you
stay
make
awake?
along the
Yeah,
way.
you guys are
Time
off to a
doesn't
good
matter.
start.
we're gonna go hard. If I will do the driving, I will pick you up where we're going and drive straight to Cincinnati that first night. You can sleep in a reclined front seat.
I'm not going to allow myself to fall asleep because I'll be like, Billy will kill us all.
Well,
Yeah,
there's,
you guys will figure this out. It'll
no,
be
it's
fine.
gonna be.
Yeah, it'll
If
be
we
fine.
don't, and the thing is, if we're late the first day, second day, we're not gonna do anything fun. We're gonna get to Bass Pro Shop
Billy
way too
is
late.
making some sense.
We're not gonna be able to eat the barbecue there and sit on the top of the pyramid and look at Memphis in all its glory.
That sounds lovely.
And then we're gonna be late because then we're all of our time in the cool spots is gonna be in the morning, not when we should be dining and talking about planning out our next trip, like throughout the checking on the weather.
All right, so my hot seat is me.
I put you
for
on the
this
hot seat
next
already.
week. Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. This is. I may have bit off more than I can chew.
This is
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
we're
It'll be fine.
road
Not to-
warriors.
I was the one who told Billy that this made no sense, but he has now realized that. We sat down this morning. I was like, you guys, there's time. You guys have like days that should be like 40-hour days, but you're trying to get. It made no sense.
No, because I think Billy probably embellished some things that we were going to do during the day. The only
No,
thing.
no. It was simply like if you woke up in Pittsburgh at 7 a.m. and
Yep.
you drove to Cincinnati, and then you were in Cincinnati for 3 or 4 hours, and then
Oh,
you
see,
drove.
that's the thing. We're not going to be in Cincinnati for 3
Well, we're
hours.
gonna do the podcast. You want to go eat chili. You want to go
Yeah.
see.
We're
like,
gonna. I'm
there's
gonna
thing.
buy
You-
chili.
That's
You would have been there
That's
for
rubbing
3 or 4
time.
hours.
There's rollover time between
Yeah.
doing all that.
And then
stuff.
going to Memphis, you would have gotten there at midnight, and I was like, that makes no sense.
Yeah, I rather go hard. I want to just get to Bass Pro Shop so we can enjoy it.
I'm out of it. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said anything to you this morning, Billy.
No,
I'm trying to get you guys to enjoy it, but like that.
I think it'll, it's gonna be fun.
Billy, I don't think that we go all the way to Cincinnati night one. I think we split the difference.
I think. Look, I wanted to
Through a
mention this
storm.
because
Through a
this
storm.
is airing
No, we're
tomorrow
not getting
morning.
to the storm until the next day.
Well, you said maybe Wednesday night, right?
It's probably we might not be able to drive early on Thursday because of the storm. So we're better off going. I'm just saying we got to go pedal to the metal. We're road warriors.
I need to write a will.
If you're
before
not
I-
ready to be a road warrior, then I don't know.
I'm gonna write
Yeah.
a fucking will.
Dude,
We're in a
don't
Chevy
worry.
Silverado. It's one of the
He's gonna
safest
go war
trucks.
mode against the snow. What?
You should
nothing
write a
ever
will, Bill,
bad
'cause
has happened in a epic snowstorm on the highway.
I'm probably gonna kill Billy.
No, this is
Volume
this
4.
is
Mm-hmm.
this is how we got to do it.
All right.
All right, what's your cool throne, Billy?
My cool throne is
We're gonna there is gonna be a camera guy that's gonna film everything.
Yeah.
I've told him to just film.
Well, it's
you
gonna
guys
mostly be just
constantly.
Billy
Let's just-
driving.
So-
through
Okay,
the night
we're
and
gonna
Nick is
drive.
sleeping.
I would like to. So Pittsburgh's the place we can't stop on the way to Cincinnati. So at around like
Rock,
11
paper, scissors, shoot
p.m.
for it.
Yeah.
11 p.m. we'll be like, are we going or are we not? And I think it's
Yeah.
gonna be a
Full
full
send
send
moment.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
there we go. Jinx.
Yes,
Jinx.
it's gonna be a full send
Damn, I
moment.
should have gone on this road trip with you. Billy.
Yeah, dude.
I would have driven right through the night.
Exactly.
Road warriors.
I don't have a problem.
Road dogs.
It's so easy.
Road
to say.
dogs. Shout out the
It's so
road
easy to
dogs.
say that.
dogs.
Road
Me and Billy.
dogs.
Yeah, baby. Me
I'm
and Billy.
fine
Road
with driving
dogs.
through the night. I am.
We're
But
not even driving through the
not
night.
all the
It's
way
not
through
even
the
through
night.
the
No, not all. Just till like 3 a.m. when we get to Cincinnati. Then we crash because we're tired as fuck.
Right.
Then we sleep
Chill out.
6, and it's gonna be like a light sleep because we're
I
so
was mostly
razzled.
concerned
Quick
because I was
sleep.
mostly concerned because I got a text from Billy this morning, be like, "Hey, change of plans. I think we should just drive all the way and skip the first night of sleeping."
Road
It's not.
dogs.
a
I didn't know that that the back channels were happening.
There's not back
where
channels.
there's reason.
Yeah, the
yeah,
back
there's
channels
back
did
channels.
kinda-
There's not
There's
back
back
channels.
channels.
There's not.
Big
No,
Big
this
Cat,
was
Big
not.
Cat is submarining this
No,
road trip.
No, it's
so
not. It's
behind the
not.
scenes.
Yeah,
It's not.
So
I'm-
I literally told Billy because I know your brain, PFT. Time doesn't exist sometimes with you. So like your planning brain isn't reality. And Billy told me the beginning of the trip, and I was like, those hours don't add up. And then he looked at me, he's like, yeah, you're kind of right. I was like, okay.
And look, it's I did not think about this too much.
They
till
literally
this
don't
morning.
add up.
I think the whole 3 hours in Cincinnati was overblown.
We got to tape
but
a
it's
podcast,
gonna be 3 hours
and
in
you wanted
Cincinnati.
to see.
And the thing is,
you
there's
were talking about going to like making stops at people's houses for Skyline.
the productivity. We're gonna have
Even if
much
you stop
more.
for 1 hour in Cincinnati, you won't get to the Bass Pro Shop till like 10 p.m.
We should say if you're in Cincinnati, we might need a place to record the podcast.
Which is
Yeah.
what yeah.
And the thing, like, there's
Again,
a
that
lot of
was part of-
transactional, frictional time that was
Right.
going to be wasted and we'll get much more. Like that 4 hours, if we stop in Pittsburgh to Cincinnati, there's going to be like that extra 30 minutes waiting for one another. Like, can I
listen,
get you?
build in
I'm
time for
sorry.
workouts, Billy?
I shouldn't have been
Yeah.
involved. I'm oftentimes the realist on this podcast. I shouldn't have done
Whoa.
that. I am. I have to be the realist.
Whoa.
So I shouldn't have done that.
No,
you
but
guys do whatever you
That's
want.
cap.
You can
People
have
are
fun.
probably-
That is
That's
cap.
I
That
am.
is cap.
I'm the one who's
People-
got to keep us
Barstool big cap.
realist.
I
The only
mean-
one.
Honestly, we should put a poll out tomorrow morning. So maybe
The world
let
needs
the-
dreamers, man.
I know, but the world
Not
needs
rule
people to be like,
followers.
you can't drive 40 hours in a day and a half.
But the thing is, like, we can't, like, we're not going to be able to enjoy the stops. And, like, we don't have any good stops in Pittsburgh, so we shouldn't even stop there.
I mean, I'm enjoying this. It's awesome.
I want to, like, at the end of, like, these 12-hour driving days, like, when we
Why
go.
don't we stop in Canton, spend the night at the Pro Football Hall of Fame?
There you
Maybe it's
go.
night at the
I don't
museum where the
understand-
statues talk to each other.
I don't understand, like, why that extra 2 hours or 3, because it's only an extra 2 or 3 hours.
Think about this, PFT. Not to be devil's advocate,
No,
but
certainly not.
times of the essence. Every hour matters when you're on the road. You get to the hotel at 11 because you want to get your 10 hours of beauty sleep.
Beauty sleep. I need to
If
wake
you're
up
gonna
feeling
be
refreshed.
awake from 11 to 1 o'clock, because that's just like you're naturally awake. Like you're not gonna get to the hotel and pass out. Whereas if you drive till 3 or 4 a.m., you will just pass out.
Yeah,
Those
we're gonna-
extra 2 or 3 hours.
I'd rather not.
Make a
I'd rather not
difference.
err on the side of getting to a place where I'm like seconds away from passing out.
But you're going to be sleeping.
Yeah,
I'm probably
you're
going to
not
be
even driving.
driving because you
I'm
don't
gonna
want
be
to drive.
driving.
You don't want to drive that late.
What do you mean I don't want to drive that
So
late?
why-
What am I 90?
You don't want to drive.
I can't
that
drive
late.
on a freeway.
You just
it's
said,
not safe to drive
you just
after
said,
sunset.
You just said, oh,
We'll
like,
stop
what-
for dinner at
what-
4 p.m.
But what's the difference between 11 p.m. and 3 a.m.?
A massive difference.
Yeah, so you don't want to drive that late so you can sleep.
All right, I'm
Look,
looking.
I'm going to be like, it's going to be sick.
Okay. The distance between Pittsburgh and Cincinnati is about 5 hours. You said it was 2 to 3 hours right there.
Right, but look at the difference
Wait, so
between
you-
going
so,
straight
all right,
to
so wait,
Cincinnati.
So you agree with me that I wasn't trying to undermine anything. I literally just looked at a map, which I don't think you had
but
done.
PFT,
No,
look,
I had looked at a map. I was telling Billy this morning that we
Yeah.
can stop in like Columbus.
Because
No,
I
no.
looked at the map, and that's the only reason
Look-
I said anything is because I was like,
if you look at the
looking at the
difference,
map and being like, this makes no sense.
but if you look at the difference between the time between here and Cincinnati and here to Pittsburgh to Cincinnati, it is shorter if we go straight to Cincinnati.
Oh, you guys will figure it out.
The thing is, we didn't really we had a whole different route until Cincinnati won, which we're very grateful for.
Very glad.
Who day?
Very glad. It'll be a nice stop.
But like,
Big
look,
things planned.
look at the distance between here and
But
Cincinnati.
only under an hour.
No, an hour for the podcast, and then
This is-
15 minutes to
we're-
make the
you're
2 other
watching
stops.
it, yeah.
and then think
You're
about
watching
it.
it unfold.
Honestly, we're not thinking about the time after Skyline.
Yeah,
Oh,
good
bathroom
point.
stop.
Yeah,
Good
that's what I'm.
point, Billy.
Honestly, that was what I was thinking.
We might have to dipe up after
Because
that.
I'm gonna be eating a shit ton of Skyline because I'm trying to bulk for the Amarillo. I'm training for the big steak in Amarillo.
Yeah, that's true. He's training.
All right, so from New York to Cincinnati, it's 10 and a half hours.
Exactly.
But we're leaving
That's
at
nothing.
we're leaving at like
Easy.
3:34.
Right. So think about that. That's only like 1 a.m.
All right, fuck it, let's do it.
Wait,
Cincy night one.
Full send.
What?
Full send.
That doesn't really add up.
Yeah,
all right,
but
fine,
full
I won't.
send.
Yeah, you
Full
do
send-
have
full
to
send, big
stop,
cat.
and there's okay, all right.
Full send.
I
That's
think,
where that's exactly what just happened. Exactly like what he's like.
Look.
He read the time and was like, "This is exactly how long it would take." It's like usually road trips takes a little bit longer.
I think on
Gas,
exactly
food,
February 5th, we
weather.
will be landing in Amarillo for the 72-ounce steak challenge, and that is a year to the day war mode occurred.
Boom. All right, that's perfect ending of that. Let's get to Sam Hubbard.
Cool Throne WADA,
What?
World Anti-Doping Administration. I had a Cool Throne.
Oh,
never mind.
okay. Sorry.
For what reason?
Because all the bicyclists for the Tour de France tested negative for any banned substances,
Oh, perfect.
which means
Oh,
that there's a
sick.
new substance that they're all using that they can't detect.
That
sure.
you are on the hunt for right
Yes,
now.
exactly.
Sick.
For road trip.
Before we get to Sam Hubbard, I want to talk to you guys about Roman. Roman is a men's health and wellness company, and right now they've got a great discount for you. Most guys have tried different ways to last longer in bed. Thinking about baseball doesn't always work. The folks at Roman, an online men's health company, are changing the game with Roman Swipes, the secret to longer lasting sex. You can go to getroman.com/take right now. Get your first month swipe for just $5 when you choose a monthly plan. Roman Swipes are a clinically proven way to last longer in bed. They're effective, they're easy to use, and fast acting. They don't require prescription. They can ship swipes to you in discreet, unmarked packaging, and each swipes packet is small enough to hide in your wallet for whenever you need it. They're super easy to use. You just take the swipes out of the packet, swipe it on, let it dry. You're good to go. That's it. Go to GetRoman.com/take. You can get your first month swipe for just $5 when you choose the monthly plan. That's GetRoman.com/take.
Okay, we now welcome on a very special guest. It is Cincinnati native, Sam Hubbard, also vacation goer with our very own Bubba, which is, we'll get to that later. But awesome that you could join us, Sam. Congratulations on everything. You're going to the Super Bowl. We got a lot of questions, but I had one question that, like, I have to ask off the top because I was doing a little, like, looking at some different stuff before this interview. That game, the AFC Championship game, the play that you made on 3rd and goal with Patrick Mahomes going back in the pocket, you're the QB spy, and you just, like, after about 5 seconds, you sprint and get him. Can you walk us through what goes through your mind when your responsibility is QB spy and you're like, all right, fuck it, now I'm going. Now I'm going full send.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me on. I'm a big fan of the pod. But, that whole drive was crazy. I mean, there's situations where you, like, at one point would maybe think that scoring's a good idea, red carpet situation, get Joe the ball back, but never went through our head to let him score. It was always keep him out of the end zone, take it to overtime. We knew Joe was going to make it. So we were just bowing up, down the 5-yard line, first and 5 on the 1st and goal. And, I was just sitting back in there. He was running around for his life like a chicken with his head cut off. I was finally just like, all right, my job's to spy him. As soon as the play break down, I'm going to go run him down. It
was crazy.
Yeah. And I saw the way that you approached him because he'd been doing those slow spin moves all game long. He'd have a couple plays where he pulled 2 or 3 of those off in the same play. And I saw you kind of break down before you got to him, like maybe even a little bit early. Is that something you were thinking about? Like, I know that he will do the slow man spin move and somehow get away from me.
No, I was completely acting on instinct. I think I went back to my high school safety days, just open field football, tracking the hip. I don't even know how I got the ball out. I just kind of reached my arm out and tackled him. It was like hit him straight in the ball, but it was like a clothesline.
It's really an incredible play because, if you watch it from a wider angle and you see, like, you're sitting there, you're waiting, you know what your responsibility is, and then when you like, fuck it, I'm going for this. Like, if you don't get him there, there's a good chance Mahomes probably scores either running or passing because everything else breaks down. So, like, that play alone was so huge for the game. I just love the mentality of, like, all right, let's do it. Like, now it's go time. You probably weren't saying that to yourself, but I would imagine, like, I like to imagine you being like, all right, let's go, Sam. We're doing this. We're going to the Super Bowl.
It was actually the guard. As soon as the guard turned and went on to BJ Hill and the center was on DJ, nobody was looking at me. And it was like parted like the Red Sea. I was like, all right, I'm out.
Yeah.
So speaking of, like, your defensive performance, the entire team in the second half was exceptional. So you guys, like, your patience, we always hear analysts say, like, your discipline on, rush lanes and not letting the quarterback, get out, especially a guy like Mahomes. How hard is it play to play to have that discipline where you might, like, every now and then be like, ooh, I can make a play here if I lose my discipline for a second. Like, how hard is that? That's got to be really, really hard, especially when you think, oh, the play's there, but I got to stay where I'm at.
Yeah, I mean, Mahomes, we played him twice in a short time span, and I think it, like, unfolded the same way both times. Like, the first half was just like a blur that, Mahomes was kind of in total control of the game, and we were, getting back there, but he was just getting out of the pocket, extending plays. And both games that we beat him, we settled in the second half and kind of just played our game, just kept him in the pocket, not trying to make huge plays and let him cover in the back end and stop those scrambles that really are dangerous and, like, back-breaking plays. We're able to eliminate those, and that's really was the difference, I think.
I love the phrase that you use too, bowed up. I'm usually a pin my ears back guy myself, but bowed up Sounds like
our defense is red zone, boat up. That's we always say that down there. 3 points or 0.
I love that. Yeah. Did you guys have anything put in place in your game plan defensively for if you did happen to get into a 13-second or less scenario with Patrick Mahomes?
No, I mean, we practice those situations every Saturday at walkthrough every week, and there's situations that you may never have in your career, like sideline situations or we just have different names for them, and they're like once every 4 years a situation like those will come up where you actually need them, and you have to execute them perfectly in the biggest moments, and that's really the difference when it comes down to this time of the season.
Yeah, have you had a chance to watch, sit down and watch all the film, and have you been able to find one play that maybe us as just, guys that watch football on TV maybe didn't realize was a very important play for your defense, but to you it kind of it changed things?
Yeah, I mean, I heard you guys talk about the game, but I think Eli Apple's play at the end of the half on Tyreek Hill, like really, I mean, they score there. It's a totally different ball game. That kind of was a momentum shift for us at half, the difference in the game. That was just such a huge play.
Yeah, going into halftime, I'm sure it was like, all right, we've been here before. It's literally the same exact deficit that we had in Week 17. It's got to be huge doing that, like having that momentum going into the half.
Yeah, and I mean, I think the thing you see with our team is like our defense plays so hard at all times because we have full faith that whenever Joe gets the ball, he can bring us back into the game. So like we literally never quit or like question that if we just keep getting stops, like Joe can bring us back in the game.
Yeah. So you're from Cincinnati. You were a captain in the game. It was you and Joe, captains of the game. Zach Taylor said afterwards, Ohio's finest, Cincinnati's finest. How many thank you texts have you gotten from just random people? Because like it's obviously everyone on the Bengals is so excited and what you're doing for the city, but it is your city, so it's an added layer of like coolness to this whole thing. Have you just had people that you haven't talked to in a really long time being like, thank you so much?
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody I've ever met in my entire life has shot me a text or like an Instagram message, and also like my parents, my siblings. Anybody that's ever like associated with our family is just so happy and reaching out, and the support's just crazy. And to like make a play. Sorry.
That's all right.
Can you hear that?
Yeah,
we can. That's okay.
Is that Joe? You can put him on if it's Joe.
It's another person texting you or calling you, being like, "Hey
just
Sam, wanted to say we were in PE class in 5th grade. Want to say thanks."
Just a random number, but yeah, no, it's crazy. Everybody I ever met's just hitting me up, and I love my favorite part is the videos of the bars in Cincinnati. When the kick goes through, people are just like weeping and crying and just
they're shotgunning Skyline Chili.
Yeah,
I've seen like 5 videos of people either beer bonging or just like opening up a can with a can opener and just pouring it down their face. It's great. It's awesome to see.
It's truly the best part about sports. Like you have a franchise that hasn't had success in a really long time, and you can see the like outpouring of emotions. I just love the fact that literally every person you've ever met, including Bubba, who you went on vacation with, like 20 years ago, also hit you up. Everyone, literally anyone who's met you ever has hit you up.
Yeah, I think it was just making the play in that stage. Like that was probably the biggest stage I mean in my career. And like last play of the game of regulation, sack, fumble. Like you can't imagine a better situation. It's crazy. I'm just, it's awesome.
You realize that you're now America's team, right? Like the entire country is rooting for you, with the exception of maybe, I don't know, like a few guys and like Rob Lowe and Snoop Dogg are rooting for the Rams, and everybody else, because you kind of represent, like it or not, you represent a lot of teams that never thought that they would have a chance at the Super Bowl. You like, if you're a fan of the Detroit Lions, who actually might be a little bit rooting for Matt Stafford, but like the Lions, the Jets, teams that have had a really rough go of it for the last like 5 or 6 years, they're all rooting for you because your odds were so long going into the season to even find yourself in the playoffs, much less the Super Bowl. You're America's darlings right now.
Yeah, no, we appreciate that. I mean, my first year, this is my first winning season. And like, I mean, I was like, yeah, one playoff win, spent 31 years. Like that was my going into the season. I'm like, let's just win one playoff game for the city. Like that was my main goal. And I talked to Joe after that first playoff when I was like, dude, like, do you realize what we did? And he was just like, no, I mean, we got a lot more to do. It's pretty cool, but like it's just it's a crazy mentality that we have on this team. It's like everything's aligning together, stars are aligning. I mean, you said team of destiny. I feel like we're a team of destiny.
Yeah, so
when did that occur to you this year that like this team is built a little bit different? Like there's a different vibe around these Bengals than those Bengals.
I think during off season we were all on virtual on Zoom trying to discuss it was like, if you remember way back, it was up in the air whether teams would be meeting for the off season virtually or in person. Teams opted out and all that stuff, CBA issues, and we kind of just every single person on our team wanted to come in, get together. We had a lot of new guys, a lot of free agents, and wanted to come in because we haven't had success, and we wanted to be great. And we did 6 weeks of OTAs together, and that was really where we all bonded and kind of laid the foundation of what we wanted to be for the year.
So you said something that was interesting there. I wanted to go back to you. Like after the first win, the excitement is all off the charts. You know, Joe Burrow's like, yeah, we still got a lot to work on here. We got a long road to go. How long is it before you have to switch to the next game? Because, you know, as regular guys, I think that we can say that if we have like any little piece of success, we're like, all right, we're good forever.
I would
like,
still be drunk.
Yeah, you win something and you're like, sweet, I never have to do this again. But the turnaround is 1 week. Like, how quickly did you stop celebrating? You're like, all right, and now it's the Titans. Now it's the Chiefs.
Yeah, I mean, every week it's kind of the same routine. I mean, this is like our 23rd week in a row of playing games. It's a long season. But you have that Monday, it's Victory Monday, or after a loss, you have 24 hours of like misery. And you wake up on Tuesday, the player off day, and you kind of just turn the page, you know, do your routines, massages or whatever to get right and start game planning for the next week. So when it's a big win, you enjoy. I mean, this is pretty great because we have an extra week to enjoy this victory, but we'll still be watching the Rams. But
Yeah.
Turn the page quick.
Just out of pure curiosity, what color Gatorade do you guys usually have on the sidelines during games?
Actually, it's always consistently orange. Now
Oh,
that you say
okay.
that, I haven't noticed
Interesting.
that.
That's interesting. We'll bleep that out so that nobody else finds out but us.
Interesting.
I'm just curious for no real reason about that.
Um,
One thing I've always appreciated about you, Sam, is the fact that you're a Swiss Army knife in that you play defensive end and fullback. I haven't seen you get too many reps at fullback though recently. Is that something that we might see in the Super Bowl potentially? You getting back out there and getting another fullback assist because you came in second place, I think, in fullback assists back in 2018.
Yeah, no, it actually amazed me when you and I met back in the Super Bowl 2019 at that Rough and Rowdy. I was like, yeah, hey, I'm Sam, PFD. And you're actually like, oh, Sam Hubbard, you had 7 fullbacks assists in 2019. I was like really impressed. Like, I didn't even know I had that. But
Yeah, I'm like Rain Man for grit.
Yeah. I been on my offensive coordinator trying to get me back in there, but I kind of gave up, and I'm patiently waiting for my number to be called. We'll see when it happens.
Yeah.
I would love for that to happen in the Super. That would make me happier than like when a offensive lineman catches a touchdown in the red zone. To see you get out there and blow somebody up from the 5-yard line on a fullback assist,
Sick.
that would make my week. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
So
Mike Vrabel type or
yeah.
something like that. That
Yeah.
would be perfect.
So you listen to the show, right? You listen to the show?
Yeah, big time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you know things we talk about and you know our likes and dislikes. So since you are an AWL, talk about Urban Meyer's character.
I'm not gonna go there. I was anticipating this question coming, but
It was that, or what is the biggest lesson that Urban Meyer has taught you? I decided, you know, it was a game time decision which one I was going to go with.
yeah, I mean, I have a crazy recruiting story with Coach Meyer, but you know, I was a lacrosse player back in the day, and he somehow saw a football player in me and actually convinced me to flip over to football.
No way. Wait, so
And,
when did you start playing football? You played in high school, but
yeah, I played lacrosse and football from like 3rd grade, but I was committed to play lacrosse at Notre Dame in high school, and I was like, yeah, I'm just doing football for fun. And yeah, he came into my gym class actually in junior year of high school, just recruiting at Moeller, and was like, who's that big tall dude? I was like 185 pounds at the time. He's like, and our coach is like, that's our safety. You know, he's a lacrosse player. And that's really where the relationship started. We just started talking. I went to their camp, and he's like, "Yeah, you need to come play football."
So Urban looked at you and he's like,
nuts.
"This guy's tall. He plays football.
We were playing.
I could get
dodgeball
this
at
guy
the time.
fat."
Yeah, that's awesome.
He's like, "I can make this guy a lineman."
Great eye for talent.
Yeah, I guess so. I owe him a lot for that.
What have you ever given Joe shit for? I mean, obviously he made the right choice, but for transferring from Ohio State?
No, I mean, that was a tough situation. I remember the whole process because he was deciding where to go. I think he was down to University of Cincinnati actually and LSU, and I mean that's a big time stage. He went down there and took over, so it worked out for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'd say so.
It's very hard. Like whenever college football fans are like, "Oh, this guy transferred from here. Justin Fields went from Georgia." It's like there's a lot that goes into it. It's not like they just decide it overnight. Like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to go to LSU. I'm out of here."
I mean, yeah, and the whole situation was he got hurt, that the year before, and Dwayne stepped in and played great. It was just a tough spot, a lot of talent at Ohio State. He did what was right for him, and I mean, look at where he is now.
Yeah, and I think you guys have a pretty close team. It seems like right now, and obviously going through what this team has gone through in the last couple of years, going into winning playoff games on playoff games, going to the Super Bowl. You're going to gel a little bit. And one thing I appreciate about your defense, especially your defensive line, on the other side, you've got Trey Hendrickson, and does he wear the arm sleeves so that the announcers can tell him apart from you? Is that like a handshake deal you guys have?
No, I mean that's the no gloves sleeves is his thing, and I don't know how. I honestly don't know how he plays the game without gloves because like my fingers and hands get mangled, and he's just out there doing his things. It's I don't know. We're very close. I mean, he came in free agency, and we hit it off right away. But we're two very different people, like yin and yang, we always say. And the whole defensive line, we go out to dinner together. We're all super close. I think that is what makes our defense special.
Who can eat the most on your defensive line?
I mean, I don't know. We got some pretty big nose tackles. Tyler Shelvin. Tyler Shelvin's the guy that the picture of him in college holding Joe.
Yep.
And then at the AFC, him on his shoulders again.
So sick. You got to get ready because people are just going to tell you for the next 2 weeks that the Super Bowl is really fast. So let us be the first to tell you that the speed of the Super Bowl is crazy.
Really? I haven't heard that yet.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be shocked when you see it. As people who've watched a lot of Super Bowls, it's fast.
Okay. That's what they said when they first come into the league, and I got out there for my first preseason game, and I was like, holy shit, this is fast. Like,
Yeah.
It really is true. Like, the speed of the game is just ridiculous.
Also, halftime.
speed.
Halftime is longer, so you're going to be ready for that, okay?
Yeah, okay. Eminem, I heard. That'll be
Snoop Dogg,
cool.
Yes.
Dr. Dre. Has there been any discussion around the locker room about winning this one for Harambe? Bringing one home for the
Sweet Prince.
for the lowland gorilla.
Sweet Prince. No, I mean, that's our guy. That's our hero.
Uh-huh.
I think that's known, kind of goes without saying.
Right.
We're doing this for him.
So it's safe to say that you were on the side of the Harambe grievers and, like, the kid, like, shouldn't have been there.
It's tough to say, but, I mean, yeah.
I hope someone asks you about Harambe in Media Day. Like, the fact that this is now coming back up it's the perfect amount of time, too, where it's funny again.
I mean, I look for it after every game is that I don't know if it's memes or whoever puts up the Harambe looking over the stadium.
Yeah.
Make my day every time.
It's so good. It's so good.
You were in Cincinnati or you were around Ohio at the time in 2016, right?
I was at Ohio State at the time, but
what was the mood like on campus that day?
sullen. I mean, heartbreaking. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I'll give you a chance here, like maybe a Mark Wahlberg chance. Like if you were there, would it have gone differently? Would you have maybe been able to rescue the child without lethal force?
I think so. I think, that would have added to the Cincinnati legend.
Yeah.
For sure.
You just jump in there and make Harambe tap out.
Yeah. Go bow up on Harambe.
Yeah, bow up on Harambe.
Just Sam Hubbard fucking blitzing Harambe. takes him down. Harambe can't spin out on you.
No chance. Harambe, he moves like Big Ben now.
Yeah.
Yeah, cement boots.
Actually, dead Harambe probably moves better than Big Ben.
That's true. That's a fact.
How was it like playing against Ben at this stage of his career?
I mean, I watched him go against the Bengals my whole life. He's a legend. I mean, he gets the ball off. Actually, my rookie year, I think that was 2018, was my first. It was the last game of the season, and Ben was pretty large, and I got back there and wrapped him up, and just like got completely thrown off. He scrambled or stepped up in the pocket and threw a third down. I was like, it felt like I was trying to tackle an offensive lineman. I was like, oh my gosh, they said he's big, but like I didn't know he was that big.
He's big.
And, yeah.
This is my favorite interview because like knowing that you know every joke that we make, and we're just going to keep asking you like, what do you think about Big Ben? What do you think about Urban Meyer? What are your thoughts on LeBron? Do you like LeBron?
Hey, Akron's very own. He's an Ohio guy.
Yeah, just a kid from Akron.
Yeah.
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 He actually, he was on the sidelines. He was in the locker room too when we played Team Up North one year at Ohio State. That was pretty cool.
What about?
He gave the whole team beats too.
Oh,
really?
Was that
impermissible benefit?
Yeah, that's before NIL, right, Sam?
No.
He was joking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was joking. We didn't actually get him. I think it was.
This would be similar to when we had Joe on and got Odell in trouble and all that stuff.
I think it was permissible because of bowl gifts or something like that.
Yeah,
and also because he's LeBron
and Urban Meyer was the coach.
Do whatever he wants. Yeah, and Urban Meyer was using the beats by Dre to teach a lesson about accountability down the line because you're only permitted to listen to motivational podcasts.
Yes.
Got it. So
I'm not going to further incriminate myself anymore.
So you're from Cincinnati, born and raised. You play in Cincinnati now. What are your thoughts on Skyline Chili, and can you tell us why? What's your favorite part about Skyline Chili? Is it the texture, the
Aftertaste?
cinnamon,
Yeah.
or the spaghetti?
Actually, right here I have a Cincinnati fact for you.
Oh, let's go! I love
okay.
Cincinnati facts.
Okay, Cincinnatians eat over 2 million pounds of Skyline Chili annually. Cincinnati fact.
Wow,
that's a good Cincinnati fact.
How many crackers though? The crackers are great.
The thing is, so like you sit down at Skyline and you get a little bowl of crackers and a water and hot sauce, and you just douse the crackers in hot sauce, and then your mouth is on fire until your Skyline comes, and like it's the routine every time.
Yeah. No, you described it perfectly. It's a routine.
Yeah.
It's not really a meal as much as it is just, like it's like making the trip to Mecca.
Yeah, it's brushing your teeth in the morning. You're doing it. Like,
yeah,
you're not even thinking about it.
No, first you eat the cracker with the hot sauce, then you eat the chili. That's what we do.
Yeah.
Yes, you have to do. And I mean, my orders, I get 3 plain cheese conies and a 3-way every time.
Mm-hmm. The DK Metcalf.
Yeah.
That's what we call it.
I still just can't get over the fact that like people do it for lunch. Like go to eat Skyline for lunch and then go back to work. That part will blow my mind forever.
I space it out. I actually like after the season's over every year, the first place I go to is Skyline because like you're not gonna feel good after you eat it, but I mean there's nothing better. So I don't know how people do that either. But like late night and stuff like that, it hits the
It's
spot.
great drunk food for sure.
Yeah, it's a glowing endorsement to say you're not going to feel good after eating it.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I eat that I feel bad after eating.
Of course.
Big Cat's right though. Going there and then having to go continue on with responsibilities that day, that's a meal that will ruin like give yourself a 24-hour buffer to just recover from that meal.
I just imagine a guy like in a suit going and eating like a whole fucking 3-way and then going back to his desk and trying to like type something into an Excel spreadsheet. Like that is actually like an Iron Man. That's the most impressive athletic feat of all time.
Yeah, no, that takes some serious grit, or I don't know. I don't think I could do it. I'd be in a coma.
Or like negotiating against somebody, like going back and being a serious businessman.
I guess they're all eating Skyline, so it's like that's almost like the pre-fight routine.
Yeah,
like let's both go get
touching gloves is having a couple of conies with each other.
Yes.
What's one thing that you don't like about Joe Burrow?
Good question. Great question.
Thank you.
a tough one. I can't do my boy like that. I don't know. I don't think there's anything I don't like. He's Joe Cool. He's the guy. I mean,
What about the glasses? Are the glasses, do they always play? Or does he sometimes
Yeah.
put on a pair that he tries out and you guys are like, that's a little bit too far, Joe?
no, he doesn't try. He doesn't get our thoughts. He just does it every time. But he wore those glasses, and I was like, I don't know about those. And then the next week was we went to Tennessee, and literally every person I saw on every picture. So, am I frozen?
No, you're there.
Okay, sorry. On social media, everywhere is wearing these like glasses, and it's like taking over the city. Their glasses are on everybody tailgating, and they're like the biggest hit.
What is it about him in a locker room? Like, I'm sure there'll be a ton of stories written this Super Bowl week, like the it factor. You know, a lot of times the it factor just means you're winning. But for Joe Burrow, it feels like he's had it. Even if you go back to LSU before the season before they won the national title, if you talk to anyone about that, like he was confident. He's always been confident. Like, does he have that effect on the locker room where guys just buy in because of who he is?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, people in the position Joe's in will sometimes like try to force things or be somebody they're not. And like the thing about Joe is he just does everything organically and just handles every situation. Like after he does it, like that's my quarterback. Like I don't know, it's hard to explain. It's just it's hard to like you can't even replicate or put your finger on exactly what it is.
Yeah, it feels like he has the perfect blend of like confidence, and then there's something about having confidence and then backing it up with actions that's like the most infectious thing ever. You know, when you see someone like, oh yeah, I'm confident in myself. I'm not cocky. I don't think he's cocky. I think he's confident. He's not like, you know, saying crazy things or trying to be boisterous. He's just confident, and then he goes and does it, and then you're like, okay, this guy can walk on water.
Yeah, exactly. And he's always been that way. And yeah, when you back it up what you're saying, I mean, anything that he says, you're not going to be like, oh, that's a stretch or that's a lie. Like, it's like, okay, like, yeah, then he goes and does it.
Yeah.
Did you have a word with Brandon Allen about calling heads at the coin flip in overtime? We need to straighten that out in case there's an overtime situation in the Super Bowl. Tails doesn't fail.
I think Joe called heads when we were at the coin toss before the game too, and I think it was tails. But that coin toss Brandon Allen went out there for, I was after I just had those sacks back to back, and I was completely exhausted. I was on the sideline, like sitting on the bench, like not even sure where I was at. It was crazy. But yeah, we'll have to go tails next time.
Yeah, tails doesn't fail. It never fails. That's how
I believe that too. I'm
Yes.
firm believer.
That's how it rhymes.
Let's get some Super Bowl Media Day questions out of the way for you so that you're ready and prepared. How many tickets? How many tickets you got to get for your family? That's definitely going to be asked.
Yeah, I mean, that's right now. I mean, we have a team meeting later to get some more information, but that's probably the most stressful part right now. I mean,
Do you want us to handle it? I've always heard you got to have someone else handle it. We could handle it.
Bubba can handle it.
You give us the tickets. We'll make sure it gets to your family and then some of your friends.
Aren't
and
you guys
also,
getting a
what?
suite? Aren't you getting a suite from
McVay, yeah.
McVay, he's been ducking us. He's a slippery little bastard. You know.
That's tough.
We should actually, you know what? We should, now that I'm thinking about it, we should just show up in LA with an extra challenge flag and be like, McVay, here, take this and give us a suite.
I'll trade you.
Yeah, you get 3 now in the Super Bowl. Because you know he's going to throw one before the coin toss.
Mm-hmm.
But I appreciate the offer. I think my mom's going to handle the tickets.
Okay. All right. Well, if you need a backup, we can, you know, we won't sell all of them, just most of them for an insane profit.
Yeah, very big profit for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. Are they doing Super Bowl Media Day this year?
I think they're doing like a Zoom probably.
I think it was one of those things where they tried to do it last year, but they canceled it. And then they said, you know what? It turns out we don't really need Super Bowl Media Day. Like nobody really missed it last year.
Yeah. I mean, you're gonna get like a story written about you in like Sports Illustrated or something about. Actually, can Jake write that story? Can he interview you?
Yeah, I mean, I'd love that.
Okay, yeah. Maybe
Okay.
we beat everyone with that interview where it's like,
I don't know how Super Bowl media. I don't never been there. I don't know how it works.
well,
So,
it's gonna be hometown kid. Like, there's always storylines.
Yeah.
Burrow's gonna have the it factor. Matt Stafford's gonna have like a Detroit storyline.
It's going to be the first overall pick versus the first overall pick. They'll
Yeah.
talk about that. You know what?
SEC,
You know what
all
they'll
this
probably
shit.
do? They'll probably say, like, you're the new Chris Hogan. If Chris Collinsworth finds out that
Oh.
you played lacrosse in high school, oh my God, he's going to be
Okay.
like, here's a guy that played lacrosse in high school, Al.
Oh, we should get. All right, so now that we're talking this out, we need to get in touch with whoever recruited you at Notre Dame. Jake will contact him. It will be the lacrosse story. Yes. Sam
yeah.
Hubbard. How Sam Hubbard could have been on the Water Dogs and been a
Mhm.
loser. Instead, he's on the Bengals and a winner.
Even better lacrosse player than he was a football player in high
Yeah.
school.
Yes.
yeah, a Jerry Byrne, Notre Dame coach who recruited me.
This-
That's a great story.
Yeah, this would be great. I want Jake to do like a big J journalist story on Sam Hubbard because someone's going to do it. We got to beat him to it.
Yeah, no, he's got exclusive rights now. Let's get it on the books.
Perfect. Perfect.
Evan McPherson, does he have like a pass in the locker room? Like he's not a kicker. He's one of us.
Yes, definitely. I mean, I said this in my media when they asked me about him. I was like, we drafted a kicker. OTAs, I'm like trying to chirp him, like get him, rattle him, give him shit. And he never like, I mean, he's like a smaller guy, but he never backed down. He would talk shit right back. And, has a personality. He's a cool dude. He's got confidence. And after he's been making these kicks, everybody's just super happy he's on our team. He's a great dude.
Does anybody ever give kickers shit when they miss some easy ones? Because I know he had that tough game against Green Bay early this year.
That was kind of a fluke. I mean, both kickers were missing them that game. I think there was like 8 missed field goals. I mean, that was just a crazy game. I know, but no one really says anything. Everybody knows. Just on to the next one.
The way he's played this year, like as a rookie, is so impressive, especially in the playoffs, where I do think that he's the second best kicker in the league behind Justin Tucker right now, which is saying something to even like mention him in the same breath. But when you have a kicker that has that much ice water in his veins, there's a huge boost. It does make a difference. And I think it made a little bit of a difference in the game plan that you guys had against the Chiefs, where sometimes teams are like, we're not going to beat the Chiefs with field goals. But it turns out points count the same as points. Like 3 points is still 3 points. And if you add them up, you can actually beat the Chiefs with field goals.
Matt LaFleur tried that.
Matt LaFleur tried that. But you actually have a good enough weapon at kicker where it's almost like a luxury to have that on your team.
Yeah, I mean, once we cross like, I don't know, 35 or whatever, it's like automatic points. And like you see Joe, I mean, even the playoffs, like against Tennessee, you just see him. He gets pressure down the red zone. He just takes care of the ball. Like he might get sacked, but he's not going to turn the ball over because we still get 3 points. Like he's just going to make a smart decision, not like do something crazy. And we're just going to take the points and go out there and get another stop, get the ball back. It's just really nice to have a reliable kicker. Trust me.
So my last football question, when you drop back in coverage, because that was a lot of, the Chiefs' second half was, dropping 8 and you're the guy who usually drops. Is there ever a moment when you're dropped back in coverage where like a Tyreek Hill or someone who's running across the field, you're like, oh, fuck. Like this is – because the reality of football is you have power, speed, but you don't have wide receiver speed. Does that ever cross your mind? This is going to be a bad situation if I get like one-on-one with this guy.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of Tyreek Hill, a few years ago, 2018, we were in Kansas City my first time, and we had a similar type of game plan where I would walk out on Tyreek Hill and jam him and then drop back over the ball. And they snap the ball, and he does like the quickest like juke I've ever seen, and like completely ducks under me, and I whiff on my jam, and he's like 10 yards down the field by the time I even like turn around. And I'm just like, and then they complete the ball to him, and I was like, oh my, like what the hell? And once you get out in space with these guys, you really see sometimes why you belong in the trenches. But
it's like not fair. It's probably similar like when a running back who's not great at blocking tries to block you. You got to feel like a superhuman. Whereas when one of these like speedsters is breaking you down at the line of scrimmage, it's like, this is scary.
Yeah, I mean, but the coaches do a good job of never putting us like one-on-one with like zero help over top. in situations like that. So we're never truly like out on an island as a big man. Can't, or else it's just not going to go well.
All right, so I had one last question. It's the Roback question. You're wearing Roback. I think your cousin maybe started Roback. Is that true?
Yeah, actually, he was one of the founders. And back in the day, they were just trying out products and would give them to me. I'd just be rocking it before they ever like blew up, and kind of just organically, as my career's grown, they've blown up, and I'm a Roback athlete, so it's really cool.
Yeah, we love Roback. They've been a great sponsor of ours. Use code PMT when you go to RHOBACK.com. And Sam Hubbard's an official Roback athlete, so now you have to support it. He's an AWL. We got to support each other. 20% off when you go to Roback.com and you use code PMT. So, Liam, Bubba, our producer, you went on vacation with him? Like, this is the weirdest. The fact that we were just talking about the game on Sunday night, and he's like, oh, yeah, like 15 years ago, I went on vacation with Sam Hubbard. Do you remember him? Did he leave an impression on you?
So I don't know. My aunt texted me last night, and I don't know. Somehow they made the connection that I was coming on the show today. And so Liam went to Breezy Point with my cousins because they're close family friends. I wasn't there at the time, but I spent all my summers going to Breezy Point for vacation, and it's like the best place on earth. And she told me that Liam fell in love with Breezy Point. He can chime in, but yeah.
Do you still go there?
Connection right there.
He asked, do you still go there?
I don't. I haven't been there in a while. My grandma's sold her house that we used to stay at when I was like in high school, so it's been a while. But my cousins are still there. I need to get back out there.
Legendary vacay spot.
Bubba
talks about it all the time.
So yeah, he's always like, we'll go places. We'll like go to Vegas or we went to Malibu. He's like, yeah, it's cool, but it's no Breezy Point.
Yeah, Breezy Point's the best. I mean, you ride your bikes like everywhere.
Yeah, there's no cars.
Dugout,
That's why I like it.
There's no cars?
He always says there's no cars there. You can ride your bike all over the place. So
yeah, every street's like blocked off. It's crazy.
I have a fear of cars.
He does.
Yeah, he got hit by a car, so that actually works.
He's
really
the Breezy
well.
Point king.
Allegedly got hit by a car.
It's a magical place for sure.
Yes. Okay, so last question I had. You went to Moeller High School. I hear all the time that like their soccer program's good, but they never won anything.
Yeah, I mean, I can't comment. I didn't play soccer, but yeah, I think this is someone I'm gonna have to reach out to. With Mike Welker.
Yeah,
that's him.
Hot seat. Yeah, I think so.
He's coaching for his job right now.
He's make it or break it year. Yeah.
This is actually really mean because Welker, and I've known him for a decade. He does our T-shirts for people who don't know the behind the scenes. He's done it for literally like a decade with Barstool. He's like an all-time nice guy, great guy, but he definitely will be like, wait, am I on the hot seat? Fuck.
Does he listen to the show?
Yeah.
I'm sure he will, yeah.
He was at the game. He was decked out in Bengals gear. So, yeah, he's going to be nervous that we put him on the hot seat.
I mean, his midfield connection with the fullbacks needs some work.
Yeah.
It's like they're not even playing soccer out there. It's like they're playing just like 4 in the back, 4 up front. Get your midfielders to actually hustle their ass back on defense, Mike.
Hashtag Welker out.
I mean, you guys are speaking a foreign language. I don't know anything about soccer.
You're a lacrosse guy. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to get the details of that story. All right, well, Sam, congrats again, man. So awesome. Unbelievable play. That play, like, I watched it like 5 times before we got on this interview. Like, it's an all-time moment for the city of Cincinnati.
Oh, I have one last question.
Go ahead.
What sound does Patrick Mahomes make when you sack him?
Ooh.
I mean, when you tackle somebody like that, you're like in the pile. You just hear like
yeah, that's good.
I didn't no specific sound. I mean, I saw him after the game though. Shook hands. He's a class act. Just told us to go win it all. Just great competitor.
Yeah.
What about Big Ben? What sound does he make when you sack him?
He farts.
I had one this year where I like did a text and came underneath and like happened to be falling and like took his legs out, and it was just like a tabletop situation. And he went down pretty hard. So I like heard him fall next to me. But yeah, he's
He got back up.
Oh, dude, I don't think he makes any sound.
Yeah, he got back up. All right, well, Sam, best of luck in the Super Bowl. We're rooting for you. We really appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Sam Hubbard was brought to you by our good friends over at Black Rifle Coffee. Black Rifle Coffee Company is a veteran-owned coffee company serving premium coffee to people who love America. Black Rifle is continually committed to supporting veteran law enforcement and first responder causes. In 2020, they donated more than 6 million cups of coffee to deployed soldiers, law enforcement, and medical workers through their signature Buy a Bag, Give a Bag initiatives. They import their high-quality coffee beans from all over the world. They roast 5 days a week. And you can join the coffee club with Black Rifle Coffee. You pick your perfect roast, how much and when you want delivered to your door, and then they take care of the rest. It's free to sign up. You get free shipping, discounts on partner brands, and early access to new products and club-exclusive products. True story, last week I ran out of coffee in my house. There's no worse situation than waking up, you want a cup of coffee to start your day, you're getting ready to go into work, you go into the kitchen, and you're out of coffee. Throws off your entire schedule for the day. If you're in the coffee club, they ship to you on regularly scheduled deliveries, so that never happens to you. They're also sponsoring me and Billy's cross-country trip, a whirlwind vacation. It's going to be great. We're going to be drinking Black Rifle Coffee, making sure to stay alert and awake on the road. We love Black Rifle Coffee. Go to blackriflecoffee.com/take and use code TAKE today. Get the freshest coffee in America shipped to you.
Okay, we now welcome on our good friend, Uncle Chaps.
I don't like being here.
What? Here. It
Well,
was the
not
couch a second
here,
ago.
But just like a more general, this couch stinks. It's not an ad, right?
Billy.
Is this couch an ad?
That is Billy's spot that his ass is usually
It's
in.
so flattened out.
Billy,
You're
did
like
you stink?
so much lower than you guys.
Billy, did you stink couch that?
Is it stinky?
Not stinks, like it's just not comfortable. It's not a good spot. Like I feel like I can't be relaxed. I gotta lean forward a little
Have you
bit.
thought about lying down on it?
No.
We had a professional cuddler come in here and cuddled with Jake. Would
How
you
was
like to
that?
cuddle with Jake?
Was
Would
it
that
good?
make you feel better?
Yeah, it was good to break it in.
Yeah, it was.
let's
It
see.
was very
Yeah,
sensual.
there you go.
We're going to say Hank.
That looks
That's
comfy.
better.
That looks comfy.
That's better.
Yeah.
You're handyman Chaps, big time toolie. Billy broke the couch probably 18 months ago and
Yeah.
was tasked with fixing it, and this was the leg. How do you think, as a craftsman, how do you think he
how's
did?
he done?
I just saw that it was like at a like a sharp angle. That's not good.
Yeah, I
The
think
whole
there's just
thing's
a
not
box
great.
of what?
C4.
Core seltzers.
Coors
Coors
seltzers.
seltzers.
So that's probably
there.
going to stick around for a while. It got the job done. I would say it's a very troop thing of him to do, to improvise, adapt, and overcome.
Mhm.
But you
So-
said it stinks. Does it
Mhm.
stink? Does the couch stink?
No, it's just not a good couch. Like
You're doing the yucky
yeah, like
fingers.
it feels kind of
Ew.
yucky. Like it not from like I'm obviously a gross dude. I don't mind that.
No,
This-
you fix your eyes.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I'm doing skincare now. By the way,
Oh, you need it.
did you see me in a Dead Sea mask?
No,
I
I
did
did
not see that.
I was in a Dead Sea mask.
Okay.
What is that? You just put it on your face and
Yeah,
you let
it's
it sit?
like mud from the Dead Sea.
That's cool.
I don't even know if it's really from
What's
the
the
Dead
shipping on that?
Sea. $4.99.
Nice.
Not bad.
Ship anywhere.
Yeah.
All right, so you're doing skincare. Your eyes look better.
Mm-hmm.
Your face looks the same.
How's
Mhm.
Gussie boy?
Gussie boy from heaven above is doing great. Baby Dale woohoo. A little bit of trouble right now. He's in a rebellious stage. He's about 2.5.
Yeah.
He's kind of in his rebellious stage. He does not want to go outside to go to the bathroom when it's cold.
Wait, do dogs have? I just kind of said yeah and went along with that. Like dogs knowingly go through rebellious stages.
Oh,
when
the
they're
terrible
2.5.
twos is a real thing.
I don't know if that's true.
I love it.
Yeah, it is.
Terrible twos for dogs.
Oh,
and then they
yeah.
just stay bad for the rest of their
No,
lives.
the triumphant threes. They're back at
Yeah.
three.
Yeah.
They're kings again.
Wait, but wouldn't that be dog years? Wouldn't that be when they're like 3 months
It's
old to 4
same,
months
it's
old?
adolescent. So
Yeah.
whenever you're 2 years old, you're looking at your prime preteen teenage years, and they're very angsty.
Yeah. What about Sprinky Dinks?
Sprinkle Dinkle's doing great. Been shedding a
Still
little
alive?
bit more. Her and Baby Dale, woohoo, best buds now.
But didn't you say that about?
No, I didn't.
They're best buds. So go on
Yes,
about that.
my
that
dogs and
relationship.
cats are best friends.
That's awesome.
and always have been.
And it also shows you have no fear.
None.
No, just get back on that
Mhm.
horse.
Yeah, right.
yeah. That's otherwise you'll never be able to put your cat in the same
However,
room
I-
as your dog again.
I do have a double dose of PTSD. One from the gunshot wound, and one from leaving my animals together. Now, if we go somewhere, we definitely don't have the cats and dogs in the same
That's
room.
smart.
That's very
That's
smart.
smart.
So I also want to talk to you while you're here about your beloved Jaguars,
Okay.
who seem to be doing all the right things. They hired Byron Leftwich a couple days ago.
As
officially.
reported by me.
They signed him officially. He's doing some other interviews just to kind of like get his name out there a little bit. I think the Jaguars are the first coach to ever have their current head coach taking interviews with other teams.
Yeah, the Jags are kind of an abomination to the Lord right now.
God hates Jags.
Well, it's smart because what he's doing is he's going out there and he's finding out about other teams. He's getting the inside source.
I don't think it. What I really think happened, I think I fucked the Jags again. Like whenever it first happened and I got Adam Schefter to report that Olivier Vernon was going to sign with the Jags.
Right.
I later found out from people that work with the Jags, you, honest to God, probably cost the Jags signing him because his agent saw it, they saw the numbers, and they went back to the Giants and like, this is the number. He got a little bit more than that number. And I've been told by people in the Jags that were in the GM spot, like those offices, that it could have cost them. I legitimately think it's possible that I did that with Byron Leftwich too. That they were about to go over the finish line, and the only thing that was left was them to really sign the contracts and figure out when Trent Baalke was going to leave.
Yeah,
and now it might not happen.
Everyone's been saying that Byron Leftwich wants to be the Jags head coach, but only if Baalke goes.
Yeah,
right?
because everybody hates Baalke, apparently. Right. Like everyone in the NFL except for like 4 or 5 people.
Urban Meyer.
Urban Meyer hates him.
No, Urban Meyer likes him.
No, Urban Meyer just said he would tolerate him.
Oh, okay.
Because Urban Meyer, like Shad asked Baalke, from what I understand, he asked Baalke if he wanted to stand with Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer was like, I don't know if he's going to fit in the NFL, but I will stay if I can be the GM.
Mm-hmm.
So he stayed as the GM. Urban Meyer was like, I just want somebody that's been around the NFL for a while. I haven't. Urban Meyer didn't do any of the hiring for his coordinators or anything like that. It was all Trent Baalke people that he went out and got. So it wasn't Urban that even ran his coaching searches.
So when he called them all losers, that actually he's allowed to do that
because he didn't pick them.
Yeah,
Baalke's losers.
Right.
Why does Trent Baalke have the job that he has right now?
I have no idea. He must have like dick pics or something.
Well, he did an okay job with the Niners.
No, he didn't. Like when you look back at who he drafted with the Niners.
I think it was Scott McLuhan that did those drafts.
Yeah,
that really stocked up the roster.
Right. He came into a good roster, and then he had a good roster. Because remember when San Francisco went on that run, everybody was like, San Francisco's built for a decade.
Yeah.
They have all these young
Harbaugh,
studs. Yeah, they have
Tom
all
Sula.
Joe Staley. They had a great offensive line. They had a great defensive line. And they were going to stick around forever. And then Baalke started drafting all the players with torn ACLs.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of keeping young talent, they were like, this dude's a superstar, but he has a torn ACL, and they were banking on that. And then with free agency, he never wanted to go out and make a free agency splash because he believed in building to the draft and all that, which is great, but you have to supplement, and he didn't want to.
He was the GM, according to this, 2011, of the Colin Kaepernick when he drafted Kaepernick in the second round.
Yeah,
and Aldon Smith was a good pick. Obviously, had issues.
His draft picks this year, like Campbell, the corner from Georgia, he played poorly the first 4 or 5 games. Easily one of the best rookie corners in the NFL. After that, like he was a pretty shut down corner for this Jags defense. He also drafted Little from Stanford, and that dude had missed like 2 straight years, and he's come in and played great. He might even beat out Cam Robinson if they don't bring him back for left tackle.
And then you get Travis Etienne back next year.
Etienne comes back next year too.
So out of the remaining coaches, if for whatever reason, some weird, wacky reason, Byron Leftwich decides to not coach your beloved Jaguars, who are you thinking it's going to be? Who do you want?
I said when the whole search started that the top 3 guys were probably Doug Peterson, Jim Caldwell, and Byron Leftwich. Those are the ones that I want.
I think Doug would be a good choice.
I personally, of all of them that I think will make the biggest impact, it would be Caldwell. Like I think Caldwell coming in, being that steady voice, he's been in the league for a long time, probably go out and get like Pep Hamilton to be the offensive coordinator, somebody like that that's developed quarterbacks too. Put that in, draft Neal number 1 overall from the left tackle from Alabama.
Yep.
Get him to come in as the left tackle. And then I honestly, like I've done those PFT mock drafts. Top wide receiver available for the rest of the draft.
Do you now?
So
what you're saying now is you're not looking for a new quarterback.
No. And how dare you?
I'm just asking. There's
so many people that like he should demand a trade. Shut up, demand a trade.
No, he shouldn't demand it.
It's 1 year.
No, Jaguars should bust.
Jaguars should cut him.
Trevor.
Oh, you mother.
Trevor Lawrence has been discussed.
Why
it was
would
actually,
you say that?
It was Billy's theory actually turned out to be kind of true, that Trevor Lawrence had never lost before, and it's going to be tough for his rookie year.
I will say, paying attention to the Jags, which you guys clearly don't do. The Jags, this guy, Trevor Lawrence, was essentially like a front office dude this year, too. Like, he would answer questions even when Urban, the offensive coordinator, when Bevel wouldn't. He would answer questions like from the franchise's perspective as a rookie. Like, he was way more impressive than I thought he would be.
Okay. So you're still high on Trevor Lawrence. That's good.
It's tough to be a quarterback when you don't have anyone who can even
I'm
catch.
giving you I think he's still going to be fine. But there has been conversations on this podcast about him maybe being a bust.
I think
he makes some throws that are just unbelievable.
I think he might be a bust. I'll be honest with you.
He's
I've
not
said
gonna
it
be a bust.
before. The last game was nice. The game that he had against the Colts. Walk us through that. That was like your Super Bowl this year. Tell us about your Super Bowl, Chaps. You beat the Chaps.
No, I don't think
the
that.
Colts
I don't think that was our Super Bowl. I think beating the Bills was our Super Bowl.
Oh, 96?
Yeah, that was a great game.
That was a good game.
Mm-hmm.
The Bills had won that game. It would have been at home. They would have been at home versus Chiefs.
Wow.
So we ruined their season. They would have been at home against the Chiefs, and the Colts would have made the playoffs.
Wow.
Mhm.
My pinky would have been gone. Possible.
Yeah.
Colts look good.
I'm so confident that Trevor Lawrence isn't a bust. If they don't make the AFC Championship on his rookie
Don't say this.
very
rookie
careful.
contract,
Yep.
I will get
5 years.
We can go
4
creamed.
years.
So
You'll get
yeah,
creamed.
Oh my god.
no, I'll do 4 years. We don't even have to do 5 years. We'll do 5 years.
But it's
5
already been
more
one.
years?
So
I
it's
will
a
come
4
up
more years.
wherever we're recording. I will go both of my big toenails removed.
Oh wow.
Mhm.
By Billy?
Sure, but I got to get the painkillers. I'm not doing it straight
Nope.
up.
Yeah, Billy.
You get
Billy's got the
painkillers in
morphine.
one.
He'll
One
field
leg.
dress you.
Okay.
So we have a test case of
Yeah.
how pain. He's got to get to the AFC Championship game in the next 4 years.
Mhm.
That's
You're insane.
Chaps.
This is the Jaguars we're talking about.
Yeah,
Blake
they just
Bortles
did
isn't
it.
walking through that
Chapsy.
door.
They just did it.
Chapsy.
What?
As your lawyer, I advise you not to do this. But
I'm
as
gonna do
your
it.
friend and someone who wants to see you in pain, I advise you to do it.
What about Trevor Lawrence's long hair though? We've discussed all the time on the show. You can't win a Super Bowl if you're a quarterback with long hair.
I think he's a trendsetter. I think he can. I think he's that guy. But I also feel like there's going to be a time. I wouldn't be surprised when he turns like 25. He's like, look, that's a young man's game.
Whoa, is that how we talk?
He's got a deep voice.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah.
Hey, Trevor, how'd you like having Urban around?
It sucked. It wasn't great.
Hey, Trevor, some people are calling you a bust.
Imagine going from Dabo to Urban. Like
Because Dabo's a mile a minute.
and
Yeah.
Dabo ain't fingering nobody's butthole. in a
No.
bar.
No,
Maybe
no.
Jesus.
His own,
Right.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
got the
On
crucifix
Sundays.
right up there.
Right.
Yeah, no,
That's
Dabo's a man
sacrilegious.
of
I'm
faith.
sorry for saying that.
You
Yeah.
should be.
All right, so what else is going on in your world? Because the roasts, for everyone to understand, we have one single roast because they don't update. Apple doesn't update. Next time we'll have the roast that were submitted this time. We can read the one roast, but what else is going on? We just want to catch up with you. We love you.
I don't have a whole lot going on. I'll be honest.
That's all right. So don't say that
Why?
to like Dave. I've heard that doesn't work.
Oh, you want like a work update? I'm
Give us
doing
a-
fucking podcasts. Like, who cares?
Nice.
I'm doing military podcasts. Still doing that. Podfather is very fun. We got a new channel called Barstool Grown Up,
I saw that.
and Large is giving out some of these cooking tips. Unbelievable. Makes it easy even for the dumbest people to do it.
I gotta hop on.
I'm back in on
Podfathers.
Kool-Aid.
Yeah. Oh.
Uh-huh.
Do tell.
Well, I would notice when I was getting back up there in LBs.
Oh.
I had put on probably around 25 pounds, and I think it was because I was hugely back into soda. I've been
so
watching
Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid
is-
has sugar.
Yeah, wait.
It's like the
Kool-Aid-
Burt Kreischer clip.
See,
Yeah.
no. I'm talking squirt Kool-Aid.
Okay. Yo, the little they
little
call them cordials.
Yeah, like those little things, not act like putting the sugar into the Kool-Aid,
Yeah.
not doing that. Just a little quick squirt bottle.
What about water?
I don't like that water much.
Just water?
Mm-mm.
Water doesn't do it for you. What about this? Water's good though. This
Some water,
New York water.
Yeah, I like that water. It's fine. But I want flavor, and then I would always go to like a Dr. Pepper or something like that. So I've been back in on Kool-Aid big time.
That's
Yeah.
great though that you just can cut that out. Like I always wish that I drank soda or beer, too much of that stuff, so I could be like, oh, I'm gonna lose some weight by just cutting it out.
Well,
Fortunately, I just eat like shit.
Well, it's because I've been addicted to that 1,000-pound sister show. Really, all the super fatty shows I've been just consuming nonstop.
Do they lose weight?
Some of them, and it's hilarious when they do because they think they look awesome, and it gasses me up. Like they are so confident that it just feels good watching. It.
Yeah.
Did you used to watch The Biggest Loser show?
No,
with Jillian Michaels?
because I felt like they did a lot of fat shaming.
So
Yeah.
they did, and there was like a real. I enjoyed the show for like 5 years. I got really into The Biggest Loser because it was inspirational. They
Mhm.
lose 53% of their body weight over the course of like 9 months through working out and eating healthily for the first time in their life. But then the last one that I saw, this girl lost probably 60% of her body weight, and she came out at the reveal at the end, and she looked like she was gonna die, and everybody in the audience was like, I don't think that we should probably not clap for this. And then they just took the show off the air.
It's like
after
when
that she
Kelly,
broke the show.
like Kelly from The Office, when she just starts drinking like hot honey so she can get into a
Yeah.
bathing suit. It's
Yeah.
the same type of thing where eventually it gets a little bit unhealthy. But watching them and how they get that spot is just it's an eye opener because you could see you drink one soda, you drink two. Next thing you know, you're sitting in a recliner, you can't move, and you're pissing on a puppy pee pad, and you've drank like 24 Mountain Dews.
Yeah, just drink more water.
Right.
That's a good solution. Just drink more
Mhm.
water, you'll be healthier. But
Mhm.
don't drink 3 gallons a day like that psycho that tweeted at.
There's
Dana.
no way that is
3 to
true.
4 gallons a day
would die.
of water.
It's nuts.
You would die.
It's drowning yourself.
Yes,
I
you do
tried to
die.
look up what the world record is for water consumption in a day, but it gets to the point where they're like anything over 2.5 gallons is incredibly dangerous.
Yeah,
Yeah, your
If
brain
you do
starts
that,
becoming
if 3-4
waterlogged.
gallons a day for a year,
That's
you
crazy.
first
you would die.
apparently, if you drink that much water, you feel like you're high, and then you just die.
What's that
Yeah, it's
term?
like right
is it
before drowning.
hydroglycemic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it floods your cells. The sodium content of your blood and your body dips so low that you're not even thinking straight. It's almost like you're climbing a mountain without oxygen. You get hypoxia, I think.
Yeah, they changed the rules at boot camp because at boot camp, at the end of the day, they always talk about drinking water,
That's
like
soft.
huge piss charts everywhere. Like,
Yeah.
where are you at? Are you a good teammate? You going to be a good teammate?
Mhm.
You want to be a good teammate. Who doesn't? So everybody stands online at the end of the night, and they'll have 2 or 3 canteens, and you're supposed to down them. Well, people were doing that so much and getting forced water so much, people were getting sick with hydroglycemia.
Oh,
That's soft. The Chinese army doesn't do that.
No, they don't do that
they
shit
don't
at
do
all.
that.
We're
They
gonna get
embrace.
wrecked.
They
Yeah.
they drink water like a motherfucker
Oh
over
yeah,
in China.
they fucking love water.
What are your thoughts on waterboarding?
It's not fun. It hurt a lot
To give it or to take it?
to receive.
Have you done that?
Yeah, I've done it.
Oh,
What about giving it?
what is?
Never given.
Wait, what does it feel like? Like, so you did it
Like
because
you're
you
drowning.
as a training? How long did you do it for?
Just to see what it felt like, and it wasn't even supervised. It was just me and some buddies just chilling.
Oh,
When
damn.
we were in Okinawa, we just took turns doing it. Tie yourself down, put the rag over your mouth, and you just have somebody pour water over you, and it feels like you're legitimately drowning.
Holy shit!
It's not fun.
No.
I thought it was gonna be fun when I did it with my buddies. I was like, okay, this will be a cool thing that we can laugh at, and then you just panic.
Yeah.
It does
Mhm.
feel like you're underwater.
Beer boarding is also not fun.
Yeah,
Oh,
I would.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good that you learned that on your own, though.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Everyone's got to go through they got to find their way on their own.
Don't put
Mhm.
it. Never mind.
Just don't beer board yourself.
All right, so Chaps, you got podcasts.
Mhm.
You've got longtime Toolies.
Mhm.
Anything else that we're catching up with you? You want to give us a big time Tommy?
Sure. What do you want?
I don't know, anything to get us motivated.
Let me
He's
find
going
it.
down to Delray Beach.
Oh, let me
Yeah.
find. You want me to
Did
find a
that video-
motivational
He
quote?
tags me every now and then.
Did you see the video of him diving straight up into the snow?
No, I didn't see
You
it.
got to check it out. It's on his Instagram page. He's like, I'm getting out of New York. Big time Tommy's going down to Delray, Florida, where I can drive my Cadillacs and smoke my cigars. And they just did a straight up face plant into the snow and came up. Is looking like the grizzly bear from the "I fucking love cocaine" meme. It was awesome.
I wish we would do something together. I feel like him and
Yeah,
I.
why not?
We could just motivate the world just
Like
to be better.
Spider-Man meme. Let's talk
He
back
likes
and
the
forth.
part of my take Instagram post.
He
so
does.
Yeah,
a
he
decent
tags me
amount.
every now and then in random posts that I don't know.
Where does he get all these cars? Are they
He's
all
old
his?
school,
He's
Or
old-
is he
come
like
on.
a
Big
car
time.
It's
dealer?
old school,
No, he's big time.
but I think it's more old school.
Big
than
time
big
motors would be huge.
Big time motors.
Yeah.
Come on down. See big time.
Cut.
You're getting fucked when you go to that
Yeah.
dealership.
He's got all
You
the
are not getting the deal.
a new Cadillac? Come on down to Big Time Motors.
He's got like
We'll
he's got
handle you the
tattoos
old
of
school
dollar
way.
signs on both his arms. He's like, I'll give you the greatest deal in town.
He's got like old school Cadillacs and stuff.
Uh-huh.
It's fucking. He's a classic.
With every car, you get a 24-inch TV because that's the old school way.
All right, give it to us.
All right. This is a ballet motivational quote. Successful people aren't born that way. They become successful by establishing a habit of doing things unsuccessful people don't want to do. That's the old school way. OS for life. Take it easy.
What
It
about Liver
always makes
King?
me laugh.
How's Liver King doing?
Liver King, I'm out on Liver King.
Why?
I feel like Liver King
he
has become
canceled?
no, not canceled, but he's so self-aware now.
Oh,
Like Liver King, you're not fucking putting a sled out and pulling it with your teeth because you read about the mandibles of our ancient ancestors. That's not what you're
He's
doing.
just doing it for the clicks.
Have you seen the ones where he sleeps on essentially a cedar pallet? Like he's got his bed in his room, which first of all, he said he put some paint up that's Wi-Fi proof because that's not our ancient ancestors would never have Wi-Fi in their room.
That's true. That's a fact.
They
That
also-
checks out.
it is
That checks
true.
out.
they also didn't have rooms.
Yeah.
No, and then he doesn't even have Wi-Fi at his house, but he'll have like 1,000-foot cord of Cat 5, like cord that he pulls out into the middle of his yard, and that's where he does his business.
Amazing.
Like that seems to be bad too. But he's got this pallet that's like 2 feet off the ground that's made from wood, and it's got maybe a half an inch thick mattress. And he's like, "This is where me and Liver Queen get it on." I'm like,
Damn.
dude,
What do you
that's
gonna
hot.
say, Billy?
Liver King, low key a business genius.
he is.
Because he's figured out how to sell. He's a rancher. He's figured out how to sell the one part of cattle that was the hardest to sell, and
Yeah,
that's
true.
the organ meat. And then he grinds it up, and like the returns on like one liver must be insane. How much time?
Oh yeah,
good
because I
point.
bought some. I bought some of the ancestral liver pills.
And how did it make you feel?
Oh, gave me diarrhea.
But you
Wow.
have diarrhea
You're
anyway.
resting
But
state,
it like
yeah.
upped it. It
Oh.
was like,
so it made
Turn
you
on the
better.
faucet.
here we go.
Yeah.
It was like diarrhea that went from being like a Heisman Trophy winning quarterback in college, and then they stepped on the NFL for the field, and the whole speed is just completely
So
different.
velocity increase, velocity and volume.
Yeah.
Diarrhea had diarrhea.
Yeah. I mean, you don't see Ed Reed coming across the middle when you're at LSU.
Yeah,
you just
right.
don't.
Yeah, fuck.
That sounds pretty cool though.
Hmm?
The liver supplements. What do cows eat though that they would need to have a great liver? I feel like cows don't get fucked up.
I don't know what they would need that liver for, Billy.
Cow's got like 7 stomachs.
Mm.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, but just the one liver, so it just works overtime.
I
And
think
the
it's
that is
liver is
probably a
enormous. Have you
powerful
seen the ones whenever they pull it out and put it on a picnic table? It'll be like it's legitimately the size of a pig.
I've not seen that. No.
Be
That
like
sounds
it's
incredible.
got to be a 90-pound liver. You think?
Oh, I love it.
Liver King puts them on his shoulder, and they're about the same size of his whole torso.
Yeah, I would say it's probably a 90-pound liver.
Jesus Christ, that's a lot of
Oh, yeah.
liver pills you can
A
sell. A
lot
lot of
of
diarrhea
nutrients
pills
in there, buddy.
Yeah.
Well, you're probably not doing the simulated hunts though.
No, not nearly as much as I should. You're absolutely right.
So then
Thank
the
you for
pills
that
probably don't.
accountability.
No, the pills probably don't have the right effect on you.
No, they
because
would.
you haven't
Yeah.
you haven't embraced the entire Liver King Primal program.
And just here now, because we are every time I come on, I feel like we're very honest.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't done a lick of a super serious Saturday simulated hunt. I haven't done one
What?
where we go super. What does he call it? Going super savage mode on Saturdays.
Oh no!
I haven't done a single one of those.
Well, that's why the liver pills don't work.
Probably
You're just not doing it right.
no,
You
and I
can't
haven't
pick and
eaten
choose.
nary a single fermented chicken egg.
Oh
That's
man,
tough, man.
This guy's slacking.
I've been doing simulated hunts with my dog and Ben Mintz on the
Wow.
weekends.
Hunting who? You
Mince.
bit mince.
Mintz gets simulated prey.
I love
So
it.
I give him a 10-minute head start, and he goes and runs. And then I have this new leash with my dog that wraps around my waist,
Mhm.
so hands free, and then he runs. So then we go looking for him
In the city?
No, this is in where we live in the neighborhood. So he gets
Wait,
it's,
which is
so
also
that's
a
a
city,
city.
yeah.
yes,
Hoboken.
but it's like
That's-
it's a
you
little
made it
bit.
sound like it was the woods.
Well, no,
Well,
it's not
because like
New York
it's
City.
not legal to do that in New York,
Yeah.
but it is in Jersey.
It's sort of like a hide and seek game, but
Then you wrestle.
How many times you done this?
like once you see Ben got a little too tired and it got a little too cold.
So he was just sitting there like out of breath on a park bench.
Exactly. So I thought he'd be moving, but Ben, it's
Sucks.
Did you
working
put
on it.
anything of Ben's around your dog?
No,
Or
so
are
what
you
we
trying to
did-
teach him to
we
track?
did is we put a little treats in his pocket and
Oh
we made
my
him
God.
smell before. It's quite the scene.
Yeah.
But, you gotta get him in shape some way. And I have a theory that the fear might up his metabolism.
I think that's a
You
fact.
know what I'm saying?
Have you trained your dog how to attack at all? I think
No,
that would
that-
really
that's-
do a
I'm-
little aggression.
Nah. I'm just
Shits
more
and
the
method.
food motivation as opposed to because then if Ben has to come feed him and he's like Ben's prey.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be
Yeah,
awesome.
you got a problem.
Yeah.
Well,
But it-
you would feed him.
Be good content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he would
Just treats him like a cat.
Yeah.
Mm,
Damn.
that was
That was me.
that was something.
Sorry, Chaps.
Don't leave Billy's dog and Ben Mintz alone together.
Mm.
Shit.
Chaps, do you have any questions for us? Anything you need to get off your chest while you're here?
Do you guys think Joe Burrow is actually cute, or people.
no, not cute. He's devastatingly
Like, do you-
I think he's good
attractive.
looking.
But do you
yeah.
think he's sexy, or is it his
Devastating.
personality
Both?
that makes him sexy?
I think
I feel
that-
like it's more personality than just straight up looks.
I don't think that he would be as attractive if he had a different personality with that look. I think the look and personality work together symbiotically.
I think he's a good looking dude, and then the personality makes him a great look.
Yeah, because when he shows up in those Cartier glasses and he has that coat on, you just want to pull that
It's a
thing out
swag.
and give it a little
Mhm.
suck.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
no matter who you are.
confidence. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
a
just
tiny little
unbelievable.
kiss.
Yeah.
Maybe not even a suck.
Just a lick.
Is he?
Yeah.
If you win a Super Bowl in Cincinnati,
King.
do you think that's the
Statue.
best spot that you could win it right now?
No,
like
Buffalo.
Buffalo. Oh yeah, Buffalo. Detroit
Buffalo,
probably up there.
Buffalo, I think.
But
tops
it's in the
them all.
top 5.
Yeah.
Cincy,
Yes.
Jacksonville, Buffalo.
I
don't.
I don't know if I.
I didn't know
Detroit or
Jacksonville's not there.
Yeah, if you win a Super Bowl in Jacksonville, you're a king forever.
No, I think that credit goes to their head coach Byron Leftwich for turning the franchise around.
That might be true.
I think it would be Cincy, Cleveland, Detroit,
Mm.
Buffalo. I do think if you won it in Chicago, because look what everyone talks about the 85
But you guys
Bears.
have won.
Like, right, but like I always say like the punter from the 85 Bears sells cars. You know what I mean? Like you can,
So if Rex Grossman won it, do you think that
I think
that
he would
go?
have, yeah, it
You
would
think
be,
so?
It would be pretty off the charts.
I also think that Dallas Cowboys, if you win a
Yeah.
Super Bowl for the Cowboys,
That's
you
a good
become
one.
a thing for the rest of your life.
That's a
true.
very good
You're a
one.
thing.
Yeah, I think it's Detroit, Buffalo, and Cincy.
Oh, I think Detroit, Buffalo, Cleveland are top. Cincy 4.
Also, New England, until you turn your back on that franchise and your fans
True.
15 years down the line and forget about everything they did for you. But until that point, you'll be a legend there.
20 years, but
Watching that just happen, like the Patriots fans just reading it, like it's got to be coming soon.
I
mean,
thought there was going to
They had
be.
to
If
scroll,
it's a one-
scroll
it
like
is.
7 times
If
to the
it's-
side.
it is coming.
if it's a one-page note app, you're like, okay, well, he might not have been able to put
Yeah.
those
no,
two
it
words
was one
in there
page. He just split it up.
into 8.
formatting.
That was.
I did think there was going to be one that was going to just be like, into Dave Portnoy. Thank you for going to jail
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
Like,
But they had,
also that blog post about my son.
Maybe
You'll
he should
forget it.
come on y'all show to explain.
they had
I
to-
agree.
they had to go like this reading it. They're like, all right, Patriots, but nothing about Patriots. All right, nothing. Wait, nope, nothing about New England. Wait, how many more dots do I have? Okay, still 4 more dots.
I
I'll
mean,
still
you
get
could
there.
that's
tell
fair,
halfway
but I
through
mean-
his part that he wrote about Bruce Arians, you could tell Brady was teared up.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
And that, like, you could see the shaking on
I
the
wish he
keypad.
hadn't threaded them. It would have been even funnier. They were just when someone tries to do a thread and they just fail.
Or the super annoying one where they'll quote tweet it and add more, so then you got to go back
Yes.
fucking 20 years.
Yes, like a
Like,
Rex Chapman
at least when
prompt.
they're individual tweets, you can just go through their timeline.
Yeah.
The other way is the most annoying.
All right. Well, Chaps, thank you as always for coming on. You want to pick a number? We're
Yeah.
in the show.
Yeah. I'm going to do number 21.
I'm gonna mix it up now
I'm gonna do 12.
after the birthday.
Oh, is it
ball.
bad luck to say it
not
before it
plugged in.
starts spinning?
No, it's just bad luck in general. This machine is bad luck. I'm gonna say it's not. I kind of like it.
44.
Kind of like
Gifty,
it.
you're coming off a
Jeez.
win.
I
Yeah,
know.
what the
I know,
fuck?
I
Why are you
know.
bashing this?
I did. I said I kind of like it.
69.
Honestly, I still have PTSD. No offense, chaps.
No,
From the Blake of the Year contest.
56 for the Super Bowl.
12.
I'm gonna go 1.
Come on, 21.
Oh, 45. Billy's favorite number. No, that's 46, right?
No, he loves
45.
45. He just loves all presidents.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just a fan of the game.
You
There you go.
Love you guys.
Love you.
You got a fact, Billy?
Llamas and alpacas spit.
Hey.
Just
Did
stone
you know
cold
that?
fact.
Yeah, dude.
I don't
Huck
think you knew that.
loogies.
I didn't. I know so much about like llamas and alpacas.
What's your favorite one?
Between the two,
Yeah.
more of an alpaca guy.
Okay.
They're cute.
That checks out.
Mhm.
I think llamas are bigger, right?
Yeah, and the alpaca's fur is a lot softer.
Yeah. You can actually make a good amount of money raising alpacas in this country.
Oh, buddy, you make an alpaca sweater, huh.
Yeah.
you're swimming in cash.
I think that's my retirement plan. I think I just move out to the country somewhere, get an alpaca farm.
That'd be awesome. I'll come too.
Hell yeah.
Alpacas also ward off coyotes and predators.
Oh,
if you have
wow.
like a flock of sheep, goats, you
Double
wanna
fact.
throw an
That's in your
alpaca in
face.
there.
That's gotta be so
Damn.
confusing for the coyotes though, because the coyote, if it sees an alpaca, it's probably like, ooh, tasty treat. Alpacas look like they'd be great coyote food, right?
They spit.
They spit. They'll spit
They'll
right in that
spit the
coyote's
shit
eye.
out of coyote.
Damn.